Alright, we should be going live any moment now. What is up, bro? Chachos, and welcome back to another stream. Yo, been a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean since yesterday. But welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a tier list streams, my boys, girls, and goblins. So yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit to jump into. I didn't really make a plan ahead of time. I just thought it'd be fun to just like, go on and explore. We may not go for a full stream today. May go a little short today, but that's fine. I think it'll be fun. But yo, why is Nera being petted? Why not? She's a good child. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's fun to point out that like we have Pear up here right next to Ludwig. That's kind of insane. I know he mentions that like every now and then. Kind of funny that they never update this. It's been these three for quite a while. But like it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool to see. Maybe one of these days. No, never mind. I was gonna say one of these days I can get a tier list up there. It's not gonna happen though. But it is funny to think about. Anyways. Ooh. Also, you finally found a hacked face reveal? Actually, since I'm on my PC setup, I could do face right now. I don't know if we'll do it all stream, but I can turn it on. Because I have it set up. I think it's this? No. I would have to set it up. No, we can leave that as a surprise for a little bit. Maybe a little bit into the stream. But I am at my PC, I could. But anyways, let's jump into something, and then we can get more into discussion the later we go on. Let's just start with the video game templates and work our way from there. Oh my goodness gracious, let's see? We'll see. Oh, do it for real? I would have to set it up. Hold on. Is there like a way to show like a different tab while I set it up? I don't want to look ugly, right? That would be awful. I mean, honestly, we can go in raw. What's the worst case scenario? Like, I mean, I'll be telling the truth. It's not like I set it up beforehand. Give me a second. All right, that's not the right camera. This camera. Boys, it's been a little bit. Yeah, I haven't used my face cam in a stream in a while. It's been some time. I can just put it there. We can make it a little bit smaller. And I can put a little filter on it to make it take a little space. But yeah, it has been a while since I've used face cam. I just stopped using it because when I was at home over Christmas break last year, was it Christmas break? It might have been a spring break or something else. I had an issue where I didn't have a place to put the face cam. Unless I'm doing computer thing. They changed the chat? They did? I don't know. I'm on mobile. I can't tell. But anyways, yeah. So this is what I look like. For those of you that haven't watched any of my older content, y'all just may not have been aware. Oh, so let's set that up. That should be correct. Yeah. Face cam for the first time in a while. I don't know. Why is it so round? I don't know. I can't see it. The hack is back. Real. He looks like a British. Wow. Maybe because I'm white. I mean, I'm like a mixture of like all the freaking Europeans. So like, there's probably some British in there. Anyways, let's jump into so someone said controllers. We can honestly do that first. Yeah, Paris done this. Oh wait, this is a small one. There's like a much bigger one somewhere else. Let's start with that. Anyways, yeah, it is fun though. Oh, controllers. There's that Giga one Pair did. Controller tier list pro controllers. Nah, that's just a bunch of like Xbox freaking controllers. What is that? First party controllers? Maybe this one. Yeah, this is a decent set. Alright, boys. Hacked face, rare hacked face. Anyways, we have the Atari 2600 joystick. This one is the classic. Okay, it's fine for what it does. It looks like it goes like in a full circle, but this thing is like kind of janky, right? This little thing. It kind of just goes in like the 8 face directions it's like meant to. Like maybe you could force it and other things, but like it doesn't feel as good as it looks. It's not like an arcade joystick, which feels much better. This thing is, and it's got one button. Well, it has one button on the top, but actually I think it has a few other buttons on the side, like a start and select button, but those aren't really important. You're not using that. You're using the face button and the big button on it. And honestly, it's kind of trash. It is the D tier controller. Yeah, that's a pretty good suggestion. This one with the yellow knob, I can't really tell what that is. I'm gonna be honest, I have never seen that. So let's just make a oh shoot, they swap. Let's just make a never seen tier. Right, that's fair. Hold on, how do I do that? Been a while since I've used tier maker. Add a row below. Oh, I just added 2. Shoot, LMAO. Oh, what a nerd. Anyways, the what tier list? Because I don't know. I don't know what tier list that is. I mean, I can't word. Holy cow. I don't know what controller that is. Never seen this one. All right, this is another Atari one. This is the Atari knob and numpad, right? So basically, some of the games, instead of using like a traditional controller, you'd be able to type on it with the numpad. And usually they worked as, like, just regular controls. It was just godforsakenly weird, right? At least I'm assuming what that is. All these, like, pre-modern era controllers are so weird. Before the NES controllers were crazy. They didn't know what they were doing. Honestly, another bottom tier. Honestly, no, this is F tier. Because that is actually evil to put that in the same tier as that. I don't know what that is. What the frick is that? This looks like another knob and thingy. Honestly, let's just get rid of all these. I haven't used them. I have used this, but I haven't used any of the others, so I'm just gonna get them rid of them. Okay, so this is the Xbox Series X, maybe? I think so, right? I don't know. The modern Xbox controllers do look quite similar, so it's a bit hard to use to differentiate them. But they're pretty solid controllers. Only one I personally used though is the Xbox 360 controller. Well, I've gone to a friend's house, but the only one I own is the Xbox 360. But they're all pretty solid, honestly. You can't really complain. They're like good controllers, you know? He's smoother. Oh man. Do you have face surgery? No, I just haven't shown my face in a while. But it is pretty good. Honestly, it would be crime to put this anywhere below A. We might come back and move it down or up, depending on that. But I don't know. It's a pretty solid A controller. It's like the average controller. Usually when people think of controllers, they think of something like that. Instead of something like, is that a toaster? That's a freaking toaster. Okay, fun. Let's just get the what tier filled up. Okay, that's like a knockoff like Super Nintendo controller. What? Why is that there? It says Nintendo on it, right? It does. Oh wait, I think I know what this is. Hold on. So Nintendo actually made a follow-up to the NES, not the SNES. They made like a redo of the NES, and that had a separate. Is that Famicom? I don't think that's Famicom, right? I thought Famicom was like a red thing. That's not Famicom. That's definitely not Famicom. Hold on. Nintendo made a follow-up to the NES that had yeah, that's not the Famicom. Famicom has a square controller. This thing. That one. Oh, so that is it's the AV Famicom though, not the base one. It's the AV one. I don't know. I wouldn't know. It's weird. It's the follow-up though. It's not the first one, but it's the original one. It's the reworked one. Yeah, there was the I guess AV NES. Let's search it up, and that should have a similar controller, right? We have the console. Can we get the controller? Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, that's that thing. Yeah. So basically, Nintendo did a rework of both the Famicom and NES, and they had these rounder controllers. Because the square ones, while they're iconic, when you hold them, they actually like rip into your hands using their corners. Yeah, so round controllers are the way to go. I mean, if you look at every other controller since, we've never had a fully square controller since, and there's a reason why. If you do like any gaming session over an hour, you'll just start having creases in your hands around that. It's just not fun. But this is kind of a trash controller. I'll put it above the joystick, Atari joystick, because that's garbage anyways. But like, it's not really that good. There's two buttons, and they don't feel very good crazy anyways. One's being angled up instead of down is dumb though. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they didn't really know what they were doing. Keep in mind, this is before we had like ergonomics and all that knowledge. They just simply just weren't aware. It took a while of just game design to just catch up to the controllers, you know? Or other way around, for controllers to catch up to the game design. All right, we got some other controller that's a what? We have the NES. I think this goes down there. Well, this does. It's functionally better. We'll move the Atari stick below it. Like I said, this has the issue where when you hold it, it hurts. It's square. We should never bring back square controllers. Like even the Wii remote, you'd be like, oh, that's square, right? But obviously, if you've ever held a Wii remote, you know it's like rounded around the back. Like you're not ripping yourself holding this. The NES controller is like, frick you, Mario. The NES controller just fundamentally. I guess they didn't test it well. I don't know. Anyways, with the N64 controller, kind of hated because of its like penis joystick in the middle. But I don't know. I've never had a bad time with it. A lot of people are like, why is the stick positioned so bad? For what it is, you're never going to be using like the D-pad and the stick at the same time. You're usually going between one or the other. So, I don't know. I mean, it's a solid C tier. Obviously it is flawed. Fundamentally. It is a fundamentally flawed controller. But it was during the early days of 3D gaming. And it's also like the first controller to have the C stick, right? Because the PS1 controller, which is... Where is it? There. PS1 controller didn't have it. So PS1, you played 3D games without a C stick, which is That's incomprehensible. I don't know how people did that back in the day. But the stick is actually garbage though. You don't have to use it though. I mean, you did for the games that did use it, but yeah. But yeah, I think C tier is pretty fair for that controller, honestly. Alright, anyways, we're gonna get to a fan favorite. The GameCube controller, and most people consider this one of the greatest controllers of all time. At least for Smash Bros, right? Oh, now for other things, this controller, it's actually there's kind of a lot of stuff to say about it, honestly. It's one of the few Nintendo controllers that actually has analog, the analog trigger on the back. Well, I mean, it doesn't have full ZR and ZL buttons. It has one of them though. It has the analog, which is interesting. Most other Nintendo controllers don't have that. And the stick is notched, so basically, if you want to go a direction, you'll always be able to go that direction instead of going like slightly left or right, you know? So it's kind of nice for what it does. And then also is the one button giant, because that's the button you're pressing the most. So it's pretty good design. It's kind of interesting how every controller's kind of merged like to an Xbox style controller since. Because I mean, this wasn't bad. Nintendo could have been using this to modern day, and they still do. It still works on the Switch. It would be a crime to say it's anything below A. The fact that this controller of all things has lived this long. I know we have the Joy-Cons, right? Oh, the Joy-Cons, they're kind of garbo. Like, and I mean, you know, they're fun, they're cute, they are comfortable. I will give them that. Every other one of these controllers, you have to like hold your hands together like a dinosaur, you know? Oh, but the Joy-Cons, you can relax, you can hold them far away from each other. And that is something special I can respect about them. If we go like design and ergonomics, I mean, you can't beat the Joy-Con because you can literally be as comfortable as you want. And if you want to hold them traditionally, they have a thingy for that. So them being split is actually a genius design. Also the fact you always have a controller for a friend, which is huge. That's amazing design. Nintendo actually peaked on that. If it wasn't for the flaws like the little tic-tac buttons, if you didn't have the straps on them, or the how do I put it? It doesn't have a real D-pad. Well, the button D-pad may be better for like a few games. It's weird. It's weird, but it isn't bad. But yeah, Venom's bringing up. Yeah, the Joy-Cons also do suffer from drift really badly. Almost all of my Joy-Cons have suffered from drift. Also, so there was like, I don't know how many of y'all were around like back in the old days, like during the DS and Wii eras, but like there was a joke that Nintendo controllers were made of something called Nintendium, which is supposed to be like the hardest material in the universe, right? Nintendo Switch was the first console to stop being made of Nintendium. These are some of the most fragile controllers I've ever had. Several of mine have broken, either a button or the controller itself. I've never had a Nintendo product break beforehand. Funnily enough, I just had a Wii remote break the other day, but yeah, they're kind of fragile. It would be B, solid B tier, honestly. Can't really go wrong with that. Like, there's a lot of pros to them, but like, they do slack. Never heard of Nintendium? It was fun. I mean, see, like, there used to be like memes and stuff about how you could bowl a GameCube down a staircase. Well, like the Xbox 360, it's gonna be like, I don't know, Red Ring of Death, you know? Nintendo products used to be famous for just being really high quality, because they were designed. So big thing is that everybody knows that Nintendo is more leaning towards kids, and because kids are destructive, the consoles they designed them all to be able to drop from 6 foot high without breaking. Like, it's kind of crazy. That was like Nintendo's design philosophy. If it can't be dropped 6 feet, then it needs to be made stronger. That's one of the reasons why the DS and stuff have like the clamshell design. Nintendo was goated at what they used to do. Now the Switch is just like your freaking iPad. It just shatters whenever it wants to. Anyways, Switch Pro controller, goated controller. Actually, this is one of my go-tos. I've been actually doing a lot of Joy-Con gaming because the Joy-Con's really comfortable. But this is a pretty good controller. Unfortunately, it does suffer from like the drift stuff, like the Joy-Cons. It's not as common. I've had only one of mine drift, and Nintendo had to fix it. The Game Boy that survived, there was a Game Boy within the Gulf Coast War, and it survived. Anyways, it's a pretty good controller. The drift is kind of, I mean, I say drift, but basically every other controller that exists has drift. Like, I've heard even PS5 controllers are having drift, and that's considered a god tier controller as well. So it would be awful to say like anything bad about this. This is an amazing controller. It actually does have the D-pad proper on it. And well, if you had the OG model of it, the D-pad's a little bit floaty. On about somewhere around the release of like Xenoblade 2, a little bit after that, they replaced the D-pads on the Switch Pro controllers with the more proper D-pad that works a lot better. So honestly, I would put this in S tier. This is the first controller that I don't think there's any really complaints about. And I use it on PC, I use it on Switch. I would use it on other stuff if it worked on other stuff, but yeah. Anyways, we have the Switch, the Wii Pro Classic Controller. Wait, no, that's the Wii, that's the Wii one, yeah, not the Wii one, Wii U. Okay, yeah, the Wii Pro Classic Controller. Alright, I never actually really experienced this. I played it at a friend's house, but I don't own one myself. I was a unlucky owner of the Wii Classic Controller. But the Pro Classic Controller was basically like the first Pro controller for like Nintendo consoles, and it plugged into like it plugged in like a nunchuck into the console. So it was kind of fun, and it worked pretty well. It doesn't feel as good as it looks. It looks like it's really high quality, but it still does feel kind of cheap. Low A, high B. It's a B. It's a B. I could not put that in A. It doesn't feel as quality as it looks, but it is more comfortable than this. This is what I grew up with. My mom just randomly one day came home and was like, "You're a gamer, so I got you this." I had never seen this in my life. I never knew it existed at the moment. I'm glad I got it because it was the only reason I got to experience Majora's Mask and A Link to the Past on the Wii and stuff. But like, it's a pretty bad controller. The back buttons on it, they're garbage. There's buttons on it. I don't even know what they do. It was a very strange controller from a different era. And yeah, it's kind of like they remade a modern SNES controller, and I say that in the worst way possible. Yeah, honestly, it'd be insulting to put it above C. Like, we do gotta keep in mind, like, some of this you might say it's like an aspect of the time. This was in the Wii era, and they pumped out this garbage, so like, yeah. Now, the Wii U Pro Controller, okay, I'm gonna say this. This one is extremely overhated. I don't know why. A lot of people say, oh, the Switch one is so much universally better because people like these joystick placements better. Okay, I can get that. But after being a modern gamer, I can respect the Wii U Pro Controller more than ever. Because, so this has like a 40-hour battery life. The PS5 controller has like a 10-hour battery life. I don't know, mine is always dying. However, the Wii U Pro Controller has an 80-hour battery life. This thing will not die. You charge it once, it's gonna outlive your grandpa. Oh, this was an amazing controller. If it can get past the weird joystick layout, it does everything you want it to do. And I even use this for like playing on Steam and everything. Like this was my go-to controller before the Switch Pro came out. Will you be ranking the Logitech F310? Is it here? No, I don't think it is. 80? This thing is a massive Wii U Pro controller battery life. It was really long. 80 hours. Boom. It was god tier. Wii U Pro didn't have gyro. Doesn't freaking need gyro. Screw that. Dude, I want a controller that I don't have to recharge every freaking day. This was a go-to controller. For the 80 hours alone, S tier. S tier. I'm sorry. That thing is not gonna die. And that it's rechargeable. It's not like that's batteries or something. That is rechargeable. It is so long. Anyways, okay. Wii Remote. This is an interesting one. Obviously, I have a lot of nostalgia towards it, right? But fundamentally, it's like a flawed controller for like trying to play the games that's like not designed around it. Funnily enough, the I'm wording wrong. The Wii controller actually works decently fine for some games. Like, surprisingly, you can play Undertale on this fine. It actually works great. But ultimately, this thing does suffer from like it's just lack of button placement. Like if you tried playing Smash Bros on it, like on just without the nunchuck, by the remote alone, it kind of feels awful. But it is a really fun thing. I don't really know what else to say. Like it's a solid controller. I did have more battery issues on this honestly than than that. Oh my goodness gracious. But I don't know. It does what it is meant to do. It does great though. Like Wii Sports or Mario Galaxy, gone tier. But playing more traditional games, it does suffer in a lot of aspects. All right, I can't put it really above B tier because like these are controllers that like you could play any game with comfortably until the end of time. And I think the B it's just locked in B or lower because of that. Like it's Wii's A. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. You're going nostalgia. Like keep in mind. I don't hate any of the controllers here. These are all good controllers. But like I can't put it up above because like these are just great controllers. They excel at something really well. The Wii failed to do certain parts. These controllers don't fail at any part. Right? I what is this? Is this that Ouya thing? I don't even know. I don't freaking know. That's an L for me, dog. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. All right, the PS1 controller. This thing actually controls really badly. I don't like it. PS1 was actually my first Ouya. Yeah, I never played the Ouya. Anyways, the PS1 controller. I grew up with the PS1. This was my first like gaming console I ever owned. It is bad. It did not age well. It feels crusty. It is crusty. It controlled 3D games and it didn't have analog sticks. That was a big L. Nintendo had to pioneer the analog stick using the penis controller. The PlayStation 1, it's neutered. There are no balls on this. I would be stupid. I would be stupid to place it above the N64 controller. I'm sorry. Like, you would be wrong to place it any higher. PS1 controller is just SNES controller grips. That's true. That's true. And it while it might be more comfortable than the N64 one, functionally it's worse. Functionally, it is worse. Now the PS2 controller. This is where things actually got normal. Or is this the PS2 controller? Actually, I think this is the PS2. I think this is the PS3. LMAO. It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. There's so many of them. Honestly, I don't even know which one's which. What the hell? We'll just pretend we know what we're doing. I assume this is the PS2 one. PS2 one works a lot better. It looks basically the same. It feels better. Note the DualShock for PS1. It is? God damn. Well, I never used it, so I'll just stick them together. No, I'll stick it in what? Like, it's kind of unfair for me to rank a controller that I really have no experience with. Okay, so then this one's probably a PS2, right? I'm sorry. Sony, your controllers have no personality. I'm so sorry. Aside from the PS5, your controllers are all the same. They just added the sticks to it, and they're like, it's done. It's done. Oh my goodness gracious. Like, in the nicest way possible. Like, Sony, obviously, they found something that worked, but like, Xbox and Nintendo controllers, there's soul in them. PlayStation was like, yeah, new controller. Anyways, so PS2, right? I think basically it fixed the biggest flaw of the PS1 controller. Just put all the wired DualShocks in the same tier. Yeah, like I don't know why they have the wired and wireless. That's kind of weird. I mean, this is basically the same controller. It'd be weird to say it's the same controller because it's not. It's the fundamentally better version of that. I think it'd be safe to put it there. I won't organize them by tier. That'd be a little unfair. It's fundamentally the same controller, but with the sticks, and then just kind of made it better. We'll just keep those together because like they're brother and sister. Don't want to separate them. Don't want to have an angry call from Sony telling me I separated their children. Anyways, the PlayStation 5 controller, I would put an S, but this controller's battery is some of the worst I've ever had. It's an amazing controller. It feels good. The haptic trigger feedback is really good. It's kind of like HD Rumble, but like actually kind of fire. But I really don't like the battery life on this. Like, it makes the Nintendo ones look great. Because this I don't know. Like hold on, let's search it up. Because I feel like this thing's always dying on me. PS5 controller battery life. I'm not even like playing crazy games. 8 to 15 hours. More like 8. 808. I'd say it's a good controller. But like, I don't know. We're comparing like controllers like they do basically the same. But this is like a 20-hour battery life. It says 8 to 15, but I've only had like the 8, the lower end. This dies after like a day or two thingy. The battery life is a fair trade-off. I don't know. I kind of don't like having to sit right next to my TV in order to play a game. I kind of don't like my eyes to be burned in by freaking Fortnite, All right, these darker ones. I think this is the PS3, right? I believe so. Our controllers are all the same, so you got to be pretty strict. You do got to be pretty strict. I know. Venom's like it's perfect. Venom. It just is what it is. OMG, Hacked House, real. Seems you joined a little late. Not too late. We haven't been going for too long. All right, so this is what, the PS3 controller? I believe so. Again, they do all look the same. Ooh, Switch Pro controller lasts 40 hours. Based. Anyways, yeah. So I don't really know. Honestly, they're kind of all the same at this point. Like. We'll slump all these together. The PS4 controller is a big, it's quite a bit of a jump up. I'd probably put it high B because of that. There's not really much that needs to be discussed because we kind of discussed all the points already around them. They're basically fundamentally the same controllers, right? Don't know really what else I would describe about them. All right, we're getting down there. Let's see. So now we have the Dreamcast controller. This one's also a really weird one. See, it's got this gigantic shape. Don't know really why it's shaped like that. But this thing actually like accepts little cartridges in the back for some reason. I don't know what games they're used on, except for like that Seaman game. I don't know. It was a really weird controller. The Dreamcast didn't really live that long anyways, so it's not like it really matters what the controller was, because like the console died. Sega was not smoothly sailing. Oh my goodness. I'd be kind of cruel to say, judging things he hasn't used, I haven't used it. I can't really judge it. Like I'm only saying what I can on it. Oh. Like I put the what's there because like these really are what's. I can't really say. I've never touched a Sega in my life. I've never known a Sega friend. They were all extinct by the time I grew up, so not much I can really say about it. I'll just kind of I'll show them. We'll do a pair tip. We make a Sega tier. LVO. Because I mean, what really are you supposed to do? Who actually used the Segas? You had to be like the weird house. And then these are all Segas. That's also Sega. Also Sega. Also Sega. All right, Super Nintendo. Don't know why the Super Nintendo controller is all the way over here, but it's all the way here at the bottom. All right. So basically, I would argue it's kind of like this controller, but better. The reworked NES controller. I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. It worked for what it did. Keep in mind, I only played 2D games. Like, we were going hard on the PS1 controller because it didn't have analog sticks. Like, obviously, you don't need it on a SNES controller because it doesn't play 3D games. Aside from, like, you know, Star Fox, right? It's a solid C tier. So C is basically passing, average. It does what it needs to, right? Like, there's really no flaws to it. Best controller for 2D platforms? I don't know if I would say that. But, you know, whatever you want to say. All right, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. This is the Steam controller. Forgot what its official name is. But basically, you see, instead of having like the traditional control sticks on the top right, it has 2 trackpads because it plays PC games. And so these work basically like, you know, your mouse on your computer, which is very interesting. Very interesting that they worked that into a controller. It's a pretty neat controller. I looked into it back in the day. I almost picked one up until I figured out that basically, you know, I could connect basically any other controller to Steam. And honestly, nothing was really built with these in mind. Like, if this caught on, it could have maybe changed PC gaming a lot. But mostly PC gamers want to play just PC games, just normally, right? So, not like it was ever used to its fullest potential. I'd probably put it in D, just because of that. Like, it's a neat concept, but Steam controller never really got caught on by any game, at least as far as I saw. Alright, you gotta leave? Alright, thanks for coming as long as you did, Flint. Is that one the Wii U? Yes, this is the Wii U gamepad. Alright, the Wii U gamepad is definitely overhated. It definitely does suffer from that big battery problem I've been talking about. But in the Wii U gamepad's defense, this thing had a screen on it. Nothing else really had anything like that. Like, there's no excuse for the PS5 controller to last like the same battery life as this thing. Okay, no, this one's a little bit less, but anyways. It is really big. It doesn't feel bad. Like, if you did a long play session with this, it's not bad for what it does. And it's kind of goated for what it did. I mean, you could play games without having the TV on just the controller. I mean, even if you sit the controller down, like I had a charging dock that I could sit it down, and then you can sit down, you can play Wii games on it. The little black bar up here, that's actually a sensor bar. That's right, you can play Wii games portably. It was insane. Also, at school, we would get this controller, we would plug it into the wall, we'd play Smash Bros. Both Smash Bros, Smash 4, at school. Like, if you had an outlet, it was portable. That was the only limitation, right? I mean, you had to have the console inside of that. Wait, that's a sensor bar? Yes. The black thing at the top is a sensor bar for the Wii. Kind of goated. A lot of people didn't know that because Nintendo didn't really advertise it, but that is what it does. You never knew that? I know that this controller was really good at what it did. It was the perfect Wii controller. Oh, but yeah, if you had an outlet, you could play anything at school. Wii games or Wii U games. Me and my boys, we're playing Smash Brawl in the freaking engineering class. I would be evil to say it's below that. Like, it's a clunky controller, and it suffers from some things, but as long as you have an outlet, this is your full multimedia gaming, like, device. It really was the Switch, a decade before the Switch came out. Peak game. Anyways, we got to the Xbox controllers. I think this is the 360, yeah, so that's a Series X, yeah, that's 360. The 360 is actually, I'd be kind of mean to say it's like anywhere else. It's a pretty decent controller. For a while, this was considered like the average controller. This is what everything was built around, and they kind of deserved it. It's a pretty solid controller. Now we have the older Xbox one. We have like what, the Duke, right? The Xbox OG one. Kind of a cringe one. It's really fat for no reason. I don't know if they're trying to make like a personality thing, but it sucks. I've used it personally like once or twice. I don't even know whose house it was, honestly. Uh, what was I doing in that kid's house? Anyways, it wasn't a friend of mine. It was like it was some weird guy who like he was like some muddy kid. How do I put it? How do I describe him? I don't know. Strange kid, strange kid. Anyways, I was at his house. We were gaming, and he had one of these. It's a trash controller. I'm sorry. I'd put in C. There was really no reason to make this fat. Keep in mind, the OG Xbox was competing against the GameCube and the PS2 at the time. I don't know. The controller's obese. I'm sorry. It did eventually go on a diet. This is the reworked version. It should at least be moved up. It's still an OG Xbox controller. It still feels old. Well, maybe that's just because they're a bit dated by now, but it still feels old. But you know, the weight loss helped a lot. I mean, look, diet and exercise can get you fast. Oh, you can do a lot, man. All right, now this is the OG. These are both Xbox One controllers, right? I would think so. I think it's the Xbox One controller and the Xbox Pro controller. Yeah, I think Xbox One had a Pro controller, right? It was the Elite, right? I think so. I'm not actually aware of what the differences really are. I watched like Scott Dawes' video on them, but I've only touched the OG one, so I wouldn't be able to like comment on the Elite. Anyways, it really is just a reworked. I was getting slack on Sony about it. They're kind of doing things lame. Oh, left one is one and right is series. Okay, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Honestly, I haven't seen a series or a Series X in my life. Anyways, it's a pretty solid controller. I've used it. It'd be kind of evil to say it. It's kind of an S tier, honestly. You can't really go wrong with it. It does everything it needs to. What is the battery life on that Xbox One controller? Battery life. I mean, what is it? 30 hours. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Yeah, definitely. It's better than the PS5 controller. So we can definitely get it. Hack to a tier list on us. I don't have all of y'all. I wanted a viewer tier list back in the day, but I had to get everyone's like profile pics and everything all ahead of time, and I can't really just do that on the spot. And then it's the series one. I don't know how much has changed. It looks basically the same. I don't look like I'm sucking off Xbox's cock by putting 2 in the S tier, but what am I really supposed to say? Xbox controller inspired Switch Pro? That's true. If you look back on it, the Nintendo joystick on the Wii was top left, top right. PlayStation was bottom left, bottom right. But Xbox was top left, bottom right. And then bada booey, Switch Pro, top left, bottom right. I say that like Nintendo copied them, but Nintendo had the GameCube, which already did that back in the day. So it's not like it really makes a difference. Keep in mind, this isn't really like definitive. Nothing is really definitive. I haven't had full experience on all these controllers. Like, obviously, I was sucking off the Wii U gamepad because I played a lot of Wii U games, and like I know how good this controller really was. But if somebody like played the Wii U for like a few hours, obviously they'd probably say it was like F tier or something because you know it's fat and it died fast. Anyways, there's that. All right, great boys, one down. GameCube copied Xbox? Did it? Was Xbox before GameCube? I don't know. I'd have to look into that. All right, anything like obvious on this? There was the controller one, but that wasn't that. Oh yeah. Yo, we're talking about Pokemon starters. We can do that one quick. There's not too many Pokemon starters. FNAF trailers. I'm not a full FNAF guy. I haven't played all of them, so I wouldn't be able to fully rank any of that. Yeah. Oh my God! It's got evolutions. We need just OGs. I need the base forms. Oh, I am not doing that with all the evolutions. There we go. That's a lot easier. Ew, why do they have the white outlines? Anyways, Bulbasaur, this is my goated starter for Gen 1. I really like Bulbasaur. I think his design's amazing. He's really cute. I mean, he's a frog. Little grass frog goblin creature. Can't really go wrong with him, right? I mean, he's fun. I think none of the Gen 1 starters are bad. I think just Bulbasaur's the best. Charmander's definitely the most overrated out of them, but I don't think he's a bad design. Obviously, they're really simple because of the simple hardware at the time. But I'm going to put him in B tier because I just think Bulbasaur's better. You gotta go? All right, well, thanks for coming as long as you did. Oh, but Charmander's good, but Also keep in mind, he is a lot simpler than Bulbasaur, in design at least. He's just a lizard with a fire at the end of his tail. Now here, we have a frog that's spotted with a bulb on its back. Keep in mind, it's Gen 1, they're really simple. But, I'm just saying. And then we have Squirtle. Yeah, I don't know, if it's evil to put Squirtle in C tier, but he's not the same level as Charmander. Obviously not the same as Bulbasaur. I think Squirtle's definitely the weakest out of them, but it'd be mean to put him any like lower, right? Because he's not bad. He's not that bad. We'll put him in B. I think that's fair. That's fair. Anyways, Chikorita. Okay, Chikorita gets a lot of hate. I think Chikorita's decent. I'm not a big fan of the Gen 2 starters. I think Gen 2's a lot weaker than Gen 1. They definitely didn't hit as hard. I'd be mean to put Chikorita higher. It would be unfair to everyone else. But like, C doesn't do it justice. Gen 2 really needs a rework. Cyndaquil got a big bonus with Hisuian Typhlosion, but Chikorita and Totodile, they're both starving. Anyways, Cyndaquil, how would I really describe him? I think he's cute. I like his design, but I don't really like what he evolves into, you know? So I can't really like touch him in other ways, you know? I think he's a solid B tier. It'd be weird to say anything else. Totodile? I think Totodile is hella overrated. C tier. Feraligatr does not live up to the hype. He does not. Feraligatr does nothing of note. Also, keep in mind, all the Gen 2 starters, they're all really lame. Because both their evolutions, all of their evolutions, not both. All their evolutions are all monotype. Fire, water, grass. Well, keep in mind, this is grass poison, water flying, and, well, he's still water in his final stage. But keep in mind, I do think that's really important to mention. Like, they're just lame. They're lazy in that regard. Okay, Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip. Gen 3 was the best. The goated. I think these are some of the best starters in the series. I think Trico is A tier. Trico's goated. Grovyle is probably the best second stage for a starter. Like, most of the starters, second stages are just forgivable. Grovyle is not. Grovyle was legendary, both in the anime, and he was also extremely cool in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the Explorers games. Extremely iconic. He earned his A tier. Alright, Torchic, I also like Torchic's design. I'm not sucking off Gen 3, it's just that much better. Anyways, yeah, Torchic's adorable. I think Blaziken's a really fun design. They really did a good job in this generation. And then Mudkip, yeah. A lot of y'all are saying it, and obviously I can't disagree. Mudkip is goated. There literally was like a meme back in the day. I heard you like Mudkips, you know? Like, Jesus Christ, Mudkip is peak. This is probably one of the greatest pieces of fiction ever put out on paper. Alright, Gen 4. They're good starters. I think they're peak, but they definitely don't live up to Gen 3. Gen 3 was the peak of the series. But I don't think any of them are bad. I think Turtwig is a solid B tier. Torterra is definitely a lot better. I think Turtwig's definitely the weakest part of the evolution line. But he definitely gets better the further he goes. Alright, we got Chimchar. Chimchar was actually my first starter I ever picked in Pokemon. I picked him back in Diamond, my first Pokemon game, back when I was a little guy, just a little lad. I picked him. I tried to name him Rex. Like a T-Rex, but I actually misspelled it, and I named him Rax. Me and Rax, we were buddies. We went there. He was like level 80 or something by the end of the game, because I never used any other Pokemon. But like, just saying, Rax carried. He knew Cut, Rock Smash, Hyper Beam, and Close Combat. He was horrible. He was so bad, but he was mine, and that's all that matters. I'll put him in A tier. Very special to me, very special Pokemon. Alright, Piplup. Piplup's kind of overrated. A lot of people really like Piplup, but honestly, Piplup's kind of just there, you know? I think Empoleon and Primplup are definitely the weakest. Piplup's definitely the peak of the evolution line and just kind of declines after that. TC Nick. I mean, you know, there's Piplup fans. I know TC Nick obviously is, but I'm not one of them. Piplup peaked and it went downhill. Opposite of these two. These two literally get better the further they go. Sorry, I'll put you in C tier. Honestly, you're not a B tier. Okay, Snivy. I really like Snivy. This is my favorite of Gen 5. Goated Pokemon, Superior is an amazing design, and Contrary is a really fun ability. So, S tier. I'm sorry. I love the design. Snivy is so fun. Alright, Tepig, D tier. No debate. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my god, Tepig sucks. And Pignite and Emboar don't really pick up the slack either. Alright, Oshawott though. I think Oshawot's adorable. This is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, all the starters are meant to be, like, marketable and cute. This is the cutest one. Oh, love this man. Love this man. I definitely A tier. I think Duat and Samurott are a little bit weaker. Oshawott definitely peaked in the first stage, but he's really good. He's really good. All right, Chesprin. I'm gonna be honest. Gen 6 is one of the weakest generations in the series. I don't really like these guys. I don't really like these guys. I would not willingly go back to these 3 Pokemon. That's definitely a C tier. You're a D tier. I don't like you, especially because this just becomes a furry when it becomes when it evolves. Like I've seen lots of breaks in fan art that I wish I've never seen. Anyways, and then we have Froakie. Greninja's really cool. Greninja's a cool concept, but I think Froakie is definitely the weakest of that evolution line, which is good. He does get better. He doesn't peak in the first stage. It's definitely good for him. Greninja even got a smash because he's really cool. I'd probably say you're the strongest design of them. He knows what he's doing. What do you have against furries? It's not the furries themselves. It's what they do with the artwork. Oh. Anyways. Oh, Finnegan. I don't know. Finnegan could have done some cool stuff, but they just didn't. They were like, what if it stood on 2 legs and became a magical girl? You know. Anyways. Rowlet. Rowlet is amazing. He's just a ball owl. He's like, what if an owl was a ball? I really like him. He's definitely the best of Gen 7. I would argue he's probably a solid S tier. I mean, we need to balance it out. The tier list, we have too many A's and B's. We need to start putting stuff in S, C, and D. Oh, we'll see. We'll try to make every tier equal at the end of the tier list as like a bonus challenge. That way it's nice and well-rounded. And Rowlet's definitely a really good S tier. Alright, Little's pretty good. I do like what Lin's doing. I think Lin's cute. Lin's basically better Finnegan, because they kind of both do the same thing, with a little fire mammal that evolves onto 2 legs, but then Finnegan becomes a nice, gigantic Mexican wrestler, and I think that's fun. I think that's much more fun. That's an A tier. I really like the first stage, and I think Incineroar is really good as well. You don't have to balance S tier, Hacked. We'll do what we want to. Okay, Popplio, I hate him. I literally hate him and his entire evolution stage. They're literally garbage. No, I'm not gonna take it. I remember when Popplio was first introduced, there were literally memes about how ugly he was. Like, why the ball on his nose? Why the weird clown thing? I don't know. He doesn't look like a starter. He looks like the weird trash you catch on Route 4. Like, ain't no way. Sorry, buddy. Alright, Grookey. Monkey. Can't really go wrong with that, right? I think Grookey's definitely the strongest of the Gen 8? Yeah, Gen 8 starters. He's definitely the most put together. I think he's cute. He's got the little twig. He plays music, you know? Can't really go wrong with that. I don't think he has what it takes to be into like S tier or even A tier, but he is a solid B tier. Sobble, I personally picked Sobble. Why is there one at the end? Whoever made the tier list was drunk. Anyways, Sobble's definitely the weakest of the Gen 8 starters. I personally picked him because I liked him. I like lizards and stuff, but I don't really like what he does. I don't like what he evolves into. He didn't really like peak as he got better. He just kind of like stayed the same. And Inteleon's definitely the worst like competitively out of these. Like, so Rillaboom is still used competitively. He is still meta. Cinderace was good for like a while until they started bringing like the DLC and all like the overpowered mons in. But Inteleon was never good. They gave him the worst hidden ability. He's garbage. He doesn't do anything. I'm sorry. My son, I'm putting you in D tier. I'm putting Score Bunny in C tier as well. I'm not really a Score Bunny fan. I'm sorry. Don't like him. Rabbit Bunny? I mean, soccer rabbit. I don't like soccer. I don't like rabbits. I literally raise rabbits so I can kill them and eat them. Sorry. Don't like them. Anyways, now we got to these 3. Okay. So we got Quaxley. I like Quaxley, but his evolution is hella cooked by his final stage. He's just dumped. The entire thing just loses it. I don't know. I don't like what he was doing. There's a lot of things they could have really done. I don't know. I just couldn't take it. As a first stage, I really like it, but we're taking into account the entire family line, and I'm just not gonna accept that. Quaxley, he could have been so good. He has the potential. He's such a good first stage. They just floundered it with one of the worst evolutions I've ever seen. Sprigatito seems like the most like. I think it's the fan favorite at the moment. Because it's got something for people that like cute things, and if it evolves, it's got something if you're into If you're into furries, and then if you're into weed, it's got something for you as well. I don't think it's as bad as like Finnegan stuff. Like it does. It's a cat that's standing on two legs, but like not in a bad way. You know, I don't think it's as bad as the others. And as the first stage, I think Sprigatito is really cute. Very good Pokemon design, but I don't think it's S tier. But then Fuecoco. Fuecoco is really cool. So one of the things we've been complaining about is four-legged Pokemon evolving to stand on two legs. Fuecoco is actually the opposite. Fuecoco starts on two legs, and as he evolves, he ends up on four legs. Because he's a little goober, just a little guy that just chills around, and then he evolves into a giant crocodile. Peak stuff, peak stuff. Also, not just that, he plays music. He's kind of fun, very fun little guy. Honestly, I think he is an S tier. A lot of y'all are suggesting that. I think that's really good. Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, Fuecoco is really cool. Definitely the best starter, final stage of this generation. And I think he's really funny. And I think funniness is very important for like an evolution. And I know it's tough. It's tough. Nintendo wants to do funny. Like they're like, oh look at this, he's a clown. That's funny, right? No, clowns are scary. This guy did funny right. Anyways, that's a starter tier list. That is official. That you can't get that wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Anyways. All right, let's get some new ones. Woo! Where do we go from here? But yeah, classic one. Oh, I forgot to mention. Okay. So on the bot, I added in a new skin. I said on the Discord, but you can now use Sans. Oh, so what do you guys think? Mario Galaxy levels? Can I just get Mario Galaxy levels? Mario Galaxy. Do they have Mario Galaxy levels? Hi, Hacker. Yo, is a French person. No, it doesn't look like they do. Unless we go all main levels in Super Mario 3D games. But that might get too long. Let's see. No. Oh, it's Mario Galaxies. There we go. Yeah. They do have it. Okay. Alright, Toy Time Galaxy. Ooh. That's a fun one. Yeah, Toy Time Galaxy is actually... This is what I think of when I think of Galaxy's creativeness. This is one of the most creative levels in, like, Mario history. You're playing on giant toys, floating like some giant kid's bedroom, and it is peak. Oh, it is fun. Hold on, let me get that, the stream thing pinned. 1 second. I not pinned it on mobile? It's like, do you want to open it on Atari? I mean, Safari. Come on, let me pin it on PC. Pin message. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, back to where I was going. Okay, yeah, Toy Time's just really fun. It's one of the most creative levels. It's got really iconic music. Nintendo even used it when they were announcing their like Nintendo Museum. Like the music holds up that well. It's all together great. All right, so here we have Space Junk Galaxy. Again, do you want to open on Atari? I'm in Safari, but you know, we were doing that controller playlist earlier. Why can't Super Mods pin? I know, I wish, okay, one of the things I wish YouTube added was the ability for mods to create polls and pin comments, because they can do that on Twitch. And I think that's really important, because it makes mods like a more active part of the community. Y'all are literally there just for defenses. I wish y'all could participate. If I give you Mod Plus, it's because I trust you, and I trust you to pin the comment. Anyways, Space Junk Galaxy, the music's really good. I think the level design's kind of bad. It's got Trenatox, one of the lesser bosses in Mario Galaxy. There's a reason Trenatox didn't return over to Mario Galaxy 2. But overall, it's pretty good. Actually, it doesn't just have Trenatox. It also has Camilla, right? Camilla? I forgot her name. I don't know. But she's good. You trust me? Maybe. You don't trust me? I thought you had a super chat. I mean, a super mod. I don't know. I'd have to look into who has Mod Plus. But yeah, I'd put it in good Galaxy. The music carries. The bosses are just mid. And the overall design doesn't really go crazy. Okay, we got, this is the Spooky Racer Galaxy, right? I forgot what the name of this galaxy is, because there's like one star there. It's not really a big deal. But this is where you race that one boo over by Gateway Galaxy, right? Honestly, it's a pretty bad galaxy. It's got 1 star. It's really lame. It's kind of frustrating as well if you're bad at the boo. It's not my fan. I don't want to really look at it like in a positive light, you know? Alright, now we got Gold Leaf Galaxy. Now we're back to some regular galaxies. It's a little unfair to rate the like one-off galaxies compared to the other ones. I don't even know their names. So that like kind of shows like, you know, that shows the difference between them. don't even know their names, but yeah, it's kind of a lame galaxy. But Gateway, Gold Leaf Galaxy, I would say it's really good, but it does suffer from the fact that this is literally a color swap of a Honey Hive Galaxy. It's neat. There's some neat stars there, but for the most part, you're playing on just Honey Hive, just reversed and with a different texture on it. I can only put it in gold, in Good Galaxy. Gold, good, you know, it's just how it works out. Alright, now we have Matter Splatter Galaxy. This galaxy itself is fine. You usually go in there, you're done in 5 minutes. It's not really a big galaxy at all. It's not really a big deal. And there's a lot of mods that make this galaxy really annoying, but it's not really this galaxy's problem, right? It's not this galaxy's fault the mods make it annoying. I don't know. I'd probably put it in meh. It's kind of bad. Okay, is this loop? It's loop to loop and loop to swoop. So loop to loop is the first one. I like the ray racing ones. I think they're both A tier. Oh, big fan of both of them. I think ray racing is fun. I thought the ray racing was really hard as a kid. I was bad at them, but looking back at them, I just had a lot of fun in them. Whenever I am bored on my Switch, I'll put up Mario Galaxy 3D All Stars and I'll go to Loop to Swoop Galaxy and I'll just try to beat my time. It's just fun. They're well designed, and I mean, it's for a motion control puzzle racing thing. It's hell of a time. Alright, now we have Dusty Dunes Galaxy. This is probably one of the worst designed galaxies in the series. First off, it's another case of, oh yeah, desert. Oh, what goes in a desert? Pyramid. Cactus. Try to think of a Nintendo desert that doesn't have pyramids or cactuses in it. This is both of them. I mean, I know it's like, oh, what else do you put in a desert, right? But first off, I mean, kind of unoriginal. They didn't really do anything aside from, oh, it's a desert in space. And how do I put it? The big part of this this galaxy, is that if you're trying to 100% the game, you'll be on that last planet, the one that has like the 2 sides on it that you go in between. You'll be on that planet like 3 to 4 times. You'll be there once on the regular run, once on the speed run, once on the purple coins. I think you visit another time. I don't know. You're on the same planet way goddamn too many times, and it's kind of annoying. I would put this in a hate tier because it's really that just frustrating. Okay, yeah. This is where we fight Spicy Caliente. Honestly, kind of a lazy galaxy. This feels like something a modder could have made. Well, the modder obviously couldn't put the boss together. We don't really see custom bosses. But the galaxy itself, it's really lazy. We're just over here, you just sent over to some panels, and then you fight a boss that's just a reskin of another boss you've already fought, but harder. Like, it's really not that exciting. I would say it's meh. It's not Dusty Dune Galaxy because you don't really go there any it's not really boring, you know, it's a one and done. You don't have to spend there way too long. But yeah, Spicy Caliente, I have a grudge against Spicy Caliente. Ugh. I don't know, it feels lazy, you know? I mean, it's true, it is true. I like no offense to modders, but modders, most of them are like pushing the game. Now, obviously, there are a few, like, Mario Gravity looks like it's gonna be insane. But this feels like the developers just had assets sitting around. They're like, we need another Grand Star. And they just put it together. Also, this is the only Grand Star that's completely optional. You don't need this Grand Star. Every other Grand Star in Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2, you need to collect. This one purely does not matter. And you're not even fighting, like, it doesn't even contextually make sense. Every other Bowser Jr. Grand Star, you're fighting Bowser Jr.'s, like, giant robots or something. Well, okay, never mind. Gobblegut, you fight Gobblegut, yeah. But every other one, you're fighting giant robots created by Bowser Jr. Or Bowser Jr. himself. This one, you're not. You're just fighting reskin of another boss. It's kind of lame. Alright, Megaleg. How many shows have we done? This is the third one. Alright, Megaleg. Now, Megaleg I really like. Megaleg's really simple, but I don't know. He's kind of chill, you know? You can't really mess up on Megaleg unless you're playing like a mod or something, but I think it's a fun boss. Megaleg he's simple. You can't really go wrong with that. I'd be mean to put him above good, because I don't think Megaleg really deserves it. I get onto this a lot. Mario Galaxy and not just Mario Galaxy, Mario as a whole, they have a big issue where instead of having a boss, it's a platforming challenge disguised as a boss, right? Like, considering 3D World music is playing right now, one of the big issues is, like, 3D World's final boss, that's not a boss fight. It's a platforming challenge. And Megaleg falls in that category. But I do like the concept. Alright, so here we have Sling Pod Galaxy. This galaxy is really lame. Again, another case of what a modder feels like it could make. They just slapped a bunch of cannons and little slings together. They didn't really make anything new. It's really, it's meh. It's not bad. It's meh. Okay, what is that? Oh, Sweet Sweet Galaxy. Okay, Sweet Sweet Galaxy, I really do like this one. I thought it was challenging as a kid. I remember struggling on this one for quite a while. But, it's really quite simple. Have we done Battle Royale yet? No, we haven't. Right. I don't know, conceptually it's kind of fun. I think this is the only, sweet-related galaxy in the, game, right? Toy Time has a, like, candy area, but this is the full galaxy, based on it. Conceptually, you're not doing much. You're just kind of getting from point A to point B. But I think it's a good galaxy. Alright. What is this? Oh. No, that's... No explanation needed. No explanation needed. Oh, trash. See, if sling pods didn't exist in another galaxy, it'd be different. That's true. If you weren't exposed to sling pods right beforehand in Space Junk Galaxy, would be fine. But it wouldn't. Otherwise, this is literally just feels like assets just being tossed together. Okay, this is one of the trial galaxies. This is the I forgot what it's called, but it's the trial galaxy all based around the pointer. This one's kind of annoying, honestly, because the pointer challenges they're not the most fun part of the game. Definitely a meta level. Man, I didn't realize Mario Galaxy had so many meta levels. Jesus Christ. Wow. Well, I mean, what can I really say? It's the truth. I don't think I've missed on any of them, right? Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. Okay, I would rank this high for the boss fight. Bro, Hank doesn't need the milk. LMAO. Alright, run it again. If I win or Narrowbot wins, just run it again. Okay, so Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. I do like Bowser Jr.'s fight. I think Bowser Jr.'s fight's one of the most fun in the series. It's also, we're directly fighting Bowser Jr. That's very rare. We don't do that very often in the Mario Galaxy series, right? Usually, sometimes he just leaves or he's inside of a ship. This one, he's on the ship, so maybe I'm stretching the lines, but I really like it. It's kind of like a bullet hell in 3D. It's kind of, it's cute. It's cute. But the trip over to Bowser Jr. is just not fun. It's kind of boring. There's a lot of waiting around and just shooting yourself. It doesn't really happen. Alright, now we get the Bonefin Galaxy, right? I don't like Bonefin as a boss fight. I've seen a lot of people say Bonefin's really cool. That, oh, he's such a cool boss. I think he's lame. First off, he doesn't even attack you. He only sends his children to attack you. Like, what? Why? How did he get sex? But, it's just this planet. It's just the boss. And it's a lame boss. I would put it in meh. Alright, so now we have the rolling, I think, it's not Rolling Greens. Rolling Greens is this one, right? What's the other rolling one? What is up, Sir Sofa? But it's the other rolling one. I think this one's fun. I've seen a lot of people critique this one. I don't think Ballstar is that bad. I was bad at Ballstar as a kid, but the older you get, the better Ballstar is. Like, Ballstar aged surprisingly well, I would put in good. It's a solid good one. I don't think there's much more to really say here. But it is pretty good, Okay, so here is Hurry Scurry Galaxy. This one's actually really lame. Purely for the reason that in... the name is eluding me right now. But in this galaxy, there is it's the same star as Hurry Scurry, but harder. So Hurry Scurry literally was just copy-pasted, made better in another galaxy. So Hurry Scurry literally can't be anything above that. Alright. Freezer Burn or Shiver Burn? I don't know. Screw me, I haven't played Mario Galaxy in a little bit. Well, I have, but not Mario Galaxy 1. I don't know, but I really like this galaxy. This is one of the ones that has a really fun concept, and I complain a lot about galaxies exploring the same areas way too often, like Dusty Dune. This one, you basically have your whole ice area, you have your whole fire area, and then the third star, you combine them both, and you go to like different areas that are affected by both. Really fun thingy. I'd honestly put it in greatest. And what? It's got a decent boss fight. Baron Burr is not really fun, but he exists. I'm not mad at him. And also, this one's really fun if you do know how to slope jump, because basically the first star can all just be slope jumped up. A lot of really cool stuff. It's just a fun star. All right, this is one of the Bowser stars, right? Yeah, Bowser's Dark Matter Plant. I believe that's that one. All right. I think it's pretty good. I believe this is the one where Bowser introduces his spin attack. I think it's one of the coolest parts of the series, because Bowser's spin attack is like a fun little parallel to Mario's spin attack, but like an evil one. And all the Bowser stars have pretty good platforming. Like Bowser, not Bowser Jr., have pretty good platforming challenges. Like they're a lot more like a traditional 2D Mario stage, But like I say that in the nicest way possible because Mario Galaxy doesn't really have those, and so having like this more traditional, it's kind of like a nice juxtaposition to the rest of the game. Also, the music in all of these are amazing. The aesthetic of Bowser levels are great as well. Yes, Gateway Galaxy. That is probably one of the greatest tutorials in all of gaming. I would be lying if I said it wasn't. I know we sent Mario Galaxy in this house, but one of, if not the greatest tutorial in all of gaming. Also, it's just really iconic. What else can I really say? Okay, I forgot the name of this one, but this is one with the bubble blower, where you go across the poison. I think this one's a little annoying, but it's more of a meh, you know? Again, it's another one of the ones that really focus on the pointer. Again, everybody complains about the ball star. Ball star works fine. Nobody complains enough about the pointer. I think pointers are really boring. Annoying to replay, to be honest. It is annoying, but you could say that about a few of these. A few of these are annoying to replay as well. I think if we're just taking into the thing together, I think this is annoying. I'm moving faster than we can speak. I mean, some of them don't have much to say. There's 1 star here, you know? Actually, no, 2 stars, because there's the red star as well. You know what? I actually don't like the red star. We'll move it down to great. Honestly, yeah. I forgot there was a 2nd star there. Okay, I believe this is the final Bowser, right? This is one of, if not the greatest final Bowsers in the series. And the level up to it is amazing. The music is great. The level design is really good. You go through basically a bunch of different parts of all sorts of galaxies up to Bowser's giant core in the middle. It is amazing. Super fun experience. I would definitely say this is the greatest. Ooh, I understand why they didn't use the red star elsewhere. I understand why they did it as well. It sucks for like anything that is fun. Okay, now we got the Mushroom Kingdom. You're kind of here twice. You're here in the very beginning of the game, and you don't really do much. Then you're here in the end of the game, and you just collect purple coins. It's kind of lame, you know? Like, it's cool. It's great. We're back to Earth. We get to do Earth stuff. Yeah, I don't care. Screw that. That's not important to me. Oh, why should I care, you know? I don't really have a reason to care about that. We're looking at Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2 has a lot more galaxies than Galaxy 1. I don't want to spend too much time. Alright. Wait, what is this? Oh shoot, this is the final Bowser! Wait, then this must be Bowser 1. Oh shoot. Okay, so that's the final Bowser. That's Bowser 1. Okay. So Bowser 1. I forgot. That one's not really as good. I think Dark Matter Plant and Final Bowser are a lot better. I'll probably stick this in good. I can't really think of like any standouts because they really use a lot of the same assets in the next 2 Final Bowsers and like the same ideas. But this is just the weakest implementation of it. Partially because it's earlier game, so they can't throw as hard stuff at you. But also just, you know, the other things just execute it better. Alright, so now we have a Big Mouth Galaxy. This one's really lame. You just kind of swim in, grab a shell, and swim out. You don't even have to do the puzzle in the middle. You can literally just jump up to the top. So it's not really that interesting. I'd probably stick it in Met tier. Alright, we have Honey Hive Galaxy. This one's really cool. You do a lot of stuff here. And what, there's 2 bosses here? Yeah, there's a little, well, one's technically like a mini boss. But it's pretty cool. Are you part of Shorts Wars? No, I am not. I would love to be, but I am unfortunately not that big, you know? Alright, yeah, Honey Hive. It's one of the, not an open world, but it's like open zone. I think the purple coin tier sucks, but as a galaxy, I think it's really good, especially early game stuff. Alright, I forgot what this one is called, because this one's pretty lame, but it's an L, honestly. I mean, it's not bad, it's really quick, you get it done in like 30 seconds, so I can probably stick in meh. It doesn't overstay its welcome, but it is the epitome of lazy. Flip switch, yeah. Okay, now we have Beach Bowl. I really like Beach Bowl. Beach Bowl is basically the ideal like open area level for me. I think it's got the big area for like swimming around and just chilling. I like to go back to this one and just vibe. I think it's fun. And then it also has like a more traditional platforming areas for some of the stars as well. So like it's not like you're stuck just on this one planet the entire time. Which another similar galaxy suffers from. This one, you're stuck on the same planet the entire time. Anyways, this is Melty Molten. Amazing. This is basically the final level of the game. Usually, if you go in basically order. And I think it's great. The music is great. A lot of the levels at the end kind of like lower in quality, right? They start reusing a bit more assets. They reuse bosses. Technically, this does reuse a boss, right? But they changed him in a way that he's technically a different boss. I really like what they did here. It's a good galaxy. I would put in greatest. I don't have any critiques. Also has the little enemies. It's funny, the little red flamey dudes. Cinders, little cinders. I think they're adorable. They're one of my favorite enemies in Mario Galaxy. Alright. This level, I don't actually remember the name of it. It's one of those ones that are also from Hungry Lumos, so they're not like a big deal. But this one is the Boo Mushroom and the Bee Mushroom. So it's officially the Booby Galaxy. I think that's at least enough for B tier. Don't know. It's probably a Meg Galaxy. A lot of the Luma ones aren't really the greatest. This one you just kind of grab the Bee Mushroom or the Boo Mushroom, and you just kind of fly across the void, and then you just kind of walk to the star at the end. It's a little lame, but it's not bad. It's very forgettable. Now this Buoy Base Galaxy, Buoy Base is crazy. Woo! Buoy Base is one of the coolest galaxies in the game. The music's really cool, and you're just trying to climb up a giant pillar. Hack making the booby joke whenever he plays his galaxy. I mean, where else am I supposed to use it, right? Now, this is the case of vertical platforming. Usually, I don't like vertical platforming in Mario, because whenever you fall, you have to reclimb up. But Buoy Base it's not really that bad, you know? I think it's really fun to climb up the tower. And the music is amazing. Not to mention, it's got like the first green star you'll probably see in the game if you play the game naturally. And that was really cool to see that there was another type of star. I don't know. It really, I would say it's greatest. It should have really came back to Galaxy 2. But no, they gave us Stone Cyclone instead. Okay, this is Deep Dark Galaxy. Yes. Deep Dark Galaxy kind of slapped a bunch of random stuff together. I don't really know what was going on in Deep Dark Galaxy, honestly. Oh, man. It's kind of there. It's another case of one of those late game. Why am I getting an ad? My God. Damn. Sorry about that. I have literally ad blocker on. Oh, YouTube is just ignoring me now. Screw you, YouTube. Anyways, back to what I was doing. Alright, Deep Dark. Yeah, it's very lame. Use U-Block? Yeah, someone sent me another ad blocker that can get rid of this. Deep Dark's theme is iconic. It did appear in the Mario movie for a little bit. But there's just not much going on in Deep Dark that's like of note. Like, they really didn't know what they were doing. Also, the purple coins here sucks. I don't like the one around the ship. I'm more of a fan of Speedrun purple coins. I put it in meh. Alright, Dreadnought Galaxy. Dreadnought's really cool. It's basically like it's like Battle Rock Galaxy, but an endgame version of Battle Rock Galaxy. I say it in the nicest way possible. Like most other galaxies, I'd get flack for being in the same version of another galaxy. But I really do like the Dreadnought. I think it's really fun. I would put that in greatest, honestly. I think it deserves it. That's funny. We have greatest, and meh. All in the same dome at the end. Does put your opinion on the music? It's all amazing? No. The music's not all equal. I think some of the music is better than the others. Dreadnought has its own stuff. It does do its own stuff. It reuses some parts of Battle Rock, but it does do its own stuff. I think it does everything it needs to correctly. Alright, Rolling Green's Galaxy. This is basically, it's really simple. There's not really much going on here. It's just kind of a tutorial for the ball star, which you do end up using twice later in the game, so kind of necessary. But I don't know. It's not really a galaxy like I would care about. But it's not fun to like. No, it's not unfun to replay. You know. I can put it in good. I think good's fair with that. Okay, so what the hell is that? Oh, that's the galaxy with those eels in it. I don't even remember what this one was called, but it sucks. I don't like this. This galaxy's lame. Actually bad. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Now, this is actual Battle Rock. I really like Battle Rock. Definitely one of my favorites in the game. Basically, all the reasons Dreadnought was good, but Battle Rock, again, they're both doing their own things. They share some of the same like vibes, but they really are doing their own things. I really like the idea of like full like warship galaxies. You know, there's just a lot of fun things going on there. Okay, we have Sea Slide. This is infamous. A lot of people really hate Sea Slide, and I will agree, it's not the best. Like I like the planet itself, but we're here doing the same thing way too often. You know? It's very annoying. I don't want to put it meh, because like it's not bad. I think it's fine for the races because you just go and you go out, and the silver star is fine. And then we have the purple coins there, which is just the silver stars, but worse. Like I don't know. We already had to walk around the entire planet collecting everything. Now we have to go do it again, but more precisely, and that's just not fun. I'll stick it in meh. I don't think it deserves meh. Hi meh. Hi meh. Gusty Garden Galaxy. Oh. Let's see. Where would I put it? Gusty Garden's really iconic for the music, but I don't really think the level design in Gusty Garden is like the greatest in the series, you know? Like really iconic music, but for the game itself, I don't know. I don't know. You're just kind of jumping from planet to planet. I don't really like the aesthetic here as well. We just have like a bunch of grassy stuff. Wow, almost like all the other grassy planets. I don't know. They don't really go crazy. Baron Burrows or whatever his face is. He's not really a crazy boss as well. I'll put in good. Alright. Now. Haunted Halls Galaxy. That's an amazing one. Is Haunted Halls the one from Galaxy 2? It might be. Anyways, Spooky Galaxy. Luigi Galaxy. It's got Luigi in it. S tier. I really like this though. It's one of the greatest galaxies in the game. I really do like the Haunted Mansion that we get to explore around. That's kind of exciting. I do like the second star is the Boo Racer. That's not as strong as the others. But the final star against Bouldergeist. Bouldergeist is easily one of the greatest bosses in the series. I mean, most bosses in Mario, they spam one attack and they just do it over and over and over. Bouldergeist has like several attacks and 2 distinct phases. He's really cool. Fantastic boss. Also, we don't really get to do ghost houses in 3D Mario very often. I mean, okay, Mario 64 had one. Mario Sunshine had like kind of had one. Galaxy had this. Okay, I guess we do. I guess we do go to ghost houses decently often. Galaxy 2 had a few ghost levels. 3D Land, 3D World. Okay, you know what? We don't have a ghost house in Odyssey. There's no ghost house in Odyssey. So like clearly this is cool. I don't know. Bouldergeist is one of the greatest bosses in the series. Anyways, yeah, no one's gonna complain of Good Egg Galaxy. Good Egg Galaxy has some of the coolest music in the series. I think the music on Star 1 and Star 2 are different from each other. I know Galaxy 2 does that. I don't know if Galaxy 1 does that as well. Man, all I can hear is Nara game now. Anyways, yeah, but Good Egg is amazing. A beautiful galaxy. This is, like I was saying, Deep Dark slapped a bunch of stuff together. Good Egg Galaxy slapped a bunch of stuff together. But, like, it's really cool. Ooh, amazing stuff. And then we have, I don't know, Honey Climb Galaxy. This one's kind of booty. Like, it's really easy. You'll get it done really quickly. It's like a one and done. But I think it's really lame. Ooh, Baron Burrows, did I? I'm getting the bosses mixed up. I apologize. I'm tired. Alright, this one sucks, though. Honey Climb Galaxy just... I would put it in bad. No, it's not a hate. It's a meh. Good Egg is the first, yes, it's the first perfect level. It teaches you so much about everything. There's so much to explore. There's so many cracks around it. It's not open world, but there is a lot of exploration that you can do off the beaten path. I don't know. Very fun game. And there's that. Alright, boys, where do we go now? We're not doing Mario Galaxy 2. Mario Galaxy 2 has even more levels, and I don't want to just go on a giant Mario Galaxy rant, you know? Oh, but there are those done. Alright, let's get some tier list suggestions. Where do we go from here? Boys, girls, and goblins. We're not doing Galaxy 2. No. Let's see. Tie. No way. Ooh, what if we made a template? Hold on. Nara art. Yeah, what if we rank a bunch of Nara art? Yeah. Nara art. Yeah. Make your own templates. Wait, I was stupid. I was using the search LMAO. Create single-use template. Yeah, we don't need to reuse it. Yeah, let me just dump all my like official Nara art onto one tier list, and I can do it all at once. Let's go. All right, choose files. Banabooey. Let's see, pictures, art. All right, this will take a second. Give me a moment. I'm not gonna use errands. That would be a little weird. There's one. This one's in a different folder, so I just took it all together. Basically, all the Nara artwork I can find, I will do all at once. Let's see. So we got that one. Let's see. All right, that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, we're getting there. Oh man, I have so many Naras, dude. We have came from many places. Honestly, it's kind of fun going through all the history. Oh shoot, there are so many of them. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of these are like lost media. We're not going to see them again for a while. Ooh. I've used some of these quite often, and some of them went unused and they were intended to be used. Okay, are we halfway through? Yeah, I think we're nearing the end. Alright, that's good. Okay. Oh man, some of these are genuinely bad though. Wow. Okay, let's see. Bing, bing. How much more, dude? I have so many. What, Loon? Yeah, yeah. No, I have every single one I can find. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I have quite a bit. Oh man. Wow. I might have a few duplicates accidentally. Sorry about that if I do. Man. That one doesn't count. I can't use that one. Okay, now we're getting to these. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, I might have a few duplicates. Forgive me. Oh my god, there's so many! There's so many! They're going! They're still going! Holy shoot. Am I lagging the site? The GIFs are slowing down. Oh. What do you think of the Super Mario RPG remake? I haven't actually played it. I'm planning on playing it eventually, but I haven't gotten around to it because I don't own the game. So I can't really say. I never played the OG game, so I probably am not the best person to say that as well. Jesus Christ! I didn't realize there's so many! Dude! We've been making narrows for a long time. Some of these, you can't even tell what some of them are because they're not all the correct size. Oh my god. How is Narrow created? Okay, funny thing. So, when I was a child, I wanted to make a video game, right? And so basically, I had a story. It was about like a little fox and a little like a snake, and they would go on like a little adventure and they'd fight like a dark lord. Obviously, I was very original, right? Very original. But one of the characters in that story was like basically like the predecessor for like who Nera was. Completely different abilities, completely different backstory, and looks slightly different. But that character was like everybody's favorite when I shared the story with people. And honestly, nobody really liked the main characters of the bad guy. So I was like, okay, fine. Let's kind of like just make that character the main character, right? And so we kind of like scrap everything, and we build from scratch Nera to where she is nowadays, right? That's kind of like the simplest way to explain it, right? Yeah, she was basically a side character that just ended up where she was because she was everyone's favorite. Maybe I wasn't, I was just really unlikable of creating other characters, but anyways, yeah. Oh, I don't know if I'll ever be able to revisit the original story. It wasn't very fun. It was kind of stupid. It was like, oh, it's apocalyptics and all that stuff, but, you know, we're working on it. I have to go. Bye. See you tomorrow. All right, thanks for coming as long as you did, Diabetic Gamer. Okay, anyways, this is the pixel art drawing of Nera. I made her the other day. It's kind of just practice. I want to recreate the little intro we have. You know, like when you come early to a stream, there's a little trailer playing. This is just kind of practice. I want to refix that intro. I don't think it's really that good. Bro's like Scott Cawthon, the Lumberjack game, for real? Me when people are like, I like this character more than the other characters. Okay, we'll just make stuff with that character. And I've just been using Nera ever since. And when I say the old series, that was like from like 6th grade and stuff. I don't know when I first started using Nera. Oh my god, this is lagging. Holy shoot. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use GIFs. Okay. Let me recreate this. We can't have Nera Spooky or Nera Spin. I apologize about that. It's lagging the thing hard. Oh. Alright, we'll redo this. Sorry about that. Oh, that thing is lagging hard. Maybe it's just because the images are too high quality. Because most of the Nera images are saved in like 3000p or something. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta do it all again. It was lagging way too hard. Man. But I don't know. Nera's very special in my heart. I've just had her for so long. So I can't really like be mad at her, you know? I like her. She's like my child. Alright, we'll go. We won't have Nera dance, unfortunately, or Nera Spooky. I don't know. It's kind of weird. If I was to make a new OC character now, it probably wouldn't be anything like this, but, you know, I can't really be mad. She's just been there since the beginning. Let's see. Oh, you were in 3rd grade when Hacked was 6th? Real. Alright, let's get them all back in there. Sorry, it's gonna take a minute. Alright, most of this art is all public. I think it's all public, right? I think I've used it all at one point. Alright, and it's a lot of it's the emojis and stuff. Or their profile pics at some point. Alright, let's see. That one. A little bit more. Let's see. Sing Sans Pop and say, we're all 18s. Oh, did Awesome Team C already get Sans? That's fun. I didn't even notice. I'm not paying too much attention to the little bots because I'm setting up the tier list. Alright, we're getting there. Plush. There we go. Ooh. Alright, I also grabbed one I think I missed last time. Yeah. But like these are years. This is years of drawings. Is this still lagging? Is it because the images are too high quality? Oh my god. Maybe I should have used low. I don't have lower resolution images though. Shoot. Why is it so laggy? God damn. How do I fix that? I'm just trying to make a narrative list. You get Goomba and Toad if you wanted. Fair. Alright, anyways. So this first one, this is the member little thing that appears in the member. This is actually the redrawn version of it. I got Venom's friend to do it. There's 2HD. Unfortunately, most of these are really high definition. Not this one, though. Yeah, like, it literally can't lag half of them at the same time. That's so bad. I am demolishing their website. But anyways, this is the membership badge. I think it's really cute. I don't really have any complaints with it. I think it's a solid... I'll put it in a B tier. Let's put it in the average. So I don't think it's my favorite, but I think it's cute. Alright, so this is a really old one, actually. This is one of the oldest Naras here. It's a little hard to see. But it's like Nara... I called it Nara Hug. I was still practicing and stuff. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, it's a really old design, though. Because you can see that she's very simple. She doesn't even have a little thing on top of her head, right? That's how old it is. It's really, really old. What was a very good artist. I'd have to put in C tier. I don't think I hate it, but it is very outdated. It's very old. Alright, like I already explained, I forgot we had Metal Pipe in the playlist. Again, I was trying to recreate the intro, and so I was practicing, and so that's what this was. I never ended up using it for anything, but that is... Where did Will go? I don't know. Ask Venom. But yeah, so I'll put this in C tier. No, it's B tier. I think it's fine. I think it's good pixel art. Pixel art's very challenging, you know? It's very different from what I normally do. But like, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad when you look at it, right? I don't know. Pixel art's not as easy as you would imagine it is. Alright, now this is the same version of that, but I commissioned a guy to draw this, and it was really bad. This was garbage. Like, at least I don't have the other versions of it. There was a Nara Pog that guy made, and it was really terrifying. I don't think I even have that saved. It belongs in the trash. Actually, no, let's go get it. Let's go get it. Honestly. Okay, what is it called? Fiverr. Let's go get the Nara Pog that, the lost Nara Pog. Waste of money? It was a waste of money. I was in denial first. Hold on, I have to sign in. Okay, let me, just hide the window for a second. Oh my god, I was in denial first, but like, I was aware. It wasn't fun. Let me get the ugly Nara Pog though. It's very ugly. Jesus Christ. We need some F tiers. I can't put Nara willingly into F tier, you know. So let's go get our F tiers. Alright, I mean, I don't think the artist is like a bad artist, but obviously he did not do what I needed correctly. Okay, let's see. Orders. This. Alright, delivery. This. Oh. Oh. Ew. Oh. Oh, Nara Drink's not bad though. I think Nara Drink is fine. Out of all these, Nara Drink is fine. Oh, HTML. Ooh, Waluigi's really bad? Dude, Waluigi doesn't even have the eyeliner. You know Waluigi's like the purple underneath his eyes? It doesn't have it. And originally he had round ears. I had to get onto the artist and tell him, dude, follow the reference. It's pointy ears. The Nara thing takes so long to load up. Jesus Christ, the Nara images are way too high quality. Is Ellis backwards? Wait, it's backwards? Oh, isn't it supposed to be backwards? Who does your emotes now? I make all of them. I'm not gonna put the Nerapog on the tier list. I think if I add Nerapog, it resets the tier list, right? No, it shouldn't. I'm stupid. Should be able to choose this and it just adds on, right? There it is. Oh! The L isn't even upside. Oh, it's not upside down. It's just backwards, right? It's backwards, but not upside down. Dude, that's such an L. Oh my god. Yeah, that, I gave him a reference. He just didn't know how Waluigi looked. I didn't even notice that. I didn't realize it was that bad. I think we might still have the emote on the Discord, which is kind of funny. Anyways, this was the member badge. It just kind of this one, but it's not really as cute. It's not bad, but it's that. All right, this is the Nera pixel art. This is one of the first ones I had. I used it in some of my old animations. I think it's cute. I think it still holds up. He used AR art? No, it was before AI art. I think he just has like a sample that he uses, and he applies the sample to everything else. Like he's like a base. That's what I meant. He has a base, and he does all of the art on top of the base. Okay, but yeah, this is one of the older Nera arts. I think I used it in the Nera Gets Milk, right? Yeah. When Nera goes across the world map. But I use it in a few other places as well. Very nice. I'd put an A tier. Honestly, I really like this. Dude, it's so laggy. Okay, this is Nera Link. I used her in an Ocarina of Time stream back when we were doing that. She would be holding a little thing on the side. I forgot what she was holding. But I don't really like this one. I don't think I did it very well at the time. It was bad for the time, but it's still bad. Not a fan. Alright, now we got Nera Depressed. This is one of my favorite stickers on the server. I wish I could use it more. This one turned out really well. It was fun to do the lighting and stuff. It was a fun challenge. And I don't know. I like how it looks. It's very different from what I normally do. But I like it. It turned out well. Alright, this was Nera anime for the anime versus cartoon contest. I think it's very clean. I couldn't willingly make this like over and over. This was challenging. It took a few tries to get it right. This was not the first one I made. But it turned out very well. I said this is a solid A tier. Very, very big fan of that. If I could make like full art in like this art style, maybe that'd be fun. I'd like use a reference and like try my best to like get like the anime style working. But when it worked out, damn, it worked. Alright, Nera Cry. This one's very iconic. Oh, one of the favorites on the Discord server. Nera Cry is amazing. It's actually based on a Genshin Impact thingy, but you guys don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. Alright, we have Nera Pat. This is one of the ones Woe made. The one who made this. Yeah, she also made that. I think it's very cute. It doesn't actually get used very often, unfortunately. So, I think I might have to put it in C tier. Just because, like, I don't know. It's cute. Don't get me wrong, it's cute. But I do wish it lived up to its expectation, right? Because a part of this is, like, the use as well, right? Nobody uses it. I wish people used it, but, like, I mean, it makes sense. Like, you don't... Most people are pissed Nera won the Battle Royale. You know? So I guess y'all aren't going to be patting Nera very often. I get it. Nera Plush, Sprite. This one's really cute. The most recent point I used it was in Pika game as the little Weedle, right? But I think it's cute. I think it's fun. I actually changed my little subscribe thing when you're watching a video. In the last 30 seconds, it has a little subscribe thing in the bottom right. I changed it to Nera Plush Sprite because I think it's fun. I say it's a solid B tier one. Not really bad at all. Not bad at all. There you go. Now you're patting it. Alright, since you're using it, I'll move her up to C. Alright, now we got Nera Pixel. This was just some practice of doing an A sprite, not really a big deal. You can't really tell it's pixel art because it's zoomed out. Oh! No! No! What? The frick? It just like crashed and died? What the hell? What? Why? What happened? Too much Neras? Too much Neras. Your art is too good. It's the thing is they're decently high resolution, and then I put like 70 decently high resolution images all together. God damn it. Okay. Well then. Should we redo it again, or should we give up? It might not be worth it, honestly. It doesn't run very well. It's a cute idea, but ooh, we all know Nera is an S. Yes, we can go with that. I think Nera was a good idea, but unfortunately, I don't think it works out. We are held back by the technology of our time. If our technology was a bit better, maybe it wouldn't be a bad. Do a different one? What do you mean a different one? Like what? Let's see. Let's look at my account. What tier list do I have? Simp. What is this one? Oh, right. This is back when I was doing the viewer tier list. Right. Yeah, these are classic ones. Rosalina ult. Did I ever do this? Oh, I got a bunch of Rosalina ults. Oh my goodness, that was an interesting one. Interesting one collecting that. I don't know if I did this on stream. Oh, but goofy Rosalina ults. Oh yeah, it was who I would collab on. Alright, that's kind of fun, but I assume we've all done most of those all at one point. Okay, let's see. Something Zelda related? I don't know. Let's try something different. We've already done the Zelda ones in the past, you know? I clicked this, and like, some of these are weird, you know? Like, I would not be thinking that some of these are, oh, right Nintendo franchises. Hack, you passed your ads on to me? Oopsies. Okay, yeah, this is fair. Yeah, we can work with this. Okay, Advance Wars, never played it. Let's make a never played list. Add a row below. Never played. Advance Wars, never played. Bing bong. Okay, Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing's... Okay, don't get me wrong, it's a good series, but I do think it's a little overrated, right? Like, Animal Crossing fans love Animal Crossing, but I could never really get into it. Like, I could put 100 hours into the series, don't get me wrong. But, like, I'm not gonna walk away and be like, oh boy, those 100 hours were peak! No, they weren't. It's just not like that. Animal Crossing just a casual game, you know? I can't put it above B tier. Like, it's a good game. It's cute, it does what it needs, but past that, it's really... It's designed to be played 100 hours, 200 hours, 500 hours, but the most interesting content is gone in, like, the first month, you know? I don't know, if you don't like exploring after you catch most of the bugs of the season and all that stuff, I mean, I don't know, it's just, it exists. Newest one is, yeah, New Horizons is weird. Like, there's some good concepts in there, but, like, it also erases, like, a lot of personality in the games. New Leaf better than New Horizons? I thought New Leaf was better as well. I put more time into New Leaf. Anyways. Bayonetta. Okay, I've played Bayonetta 1 and 2. I haven't played 3, so I think I can definitely judge this. It's a cool game. Very cinematically cool. It plays well, but it's one of those games that's really hard to come back into. I've tried, like, hopping into Bayonetta some point in the past, and you know, in order to, like, try to get those platinum ranks in the levels. But it's really tough to get into because this game has, like, a really complicated control scheme. It's a hard game. But I do think it's really fun. It looks cool. It plays cool. It's one of those games, though, that you can play once and you'll be like, all right, that was cool. And if you want to, it's got the content to keep on digging deeper into it. But most people will probably only get the main story out of the Bayonetta game. I think it's probably a solid B tier as well. I can't put it above there because I don't think Bayonetta has, like, the long staying power of some of the other series. Because it's not like it's casual oriented or something. If you want to play the game for a long term, you need to be able to get the platinum ranks, and that's hard. Very challenging. I never actually did get a platinum rank in Bayonetta, although I never really grinded too much for them either, so... Yeah. Donkey Kong. I haven't really played many Donkey Kong games. How do I put it? Like, I've played Donkey Kong games, yes, but I haven't really played many. But I didn't really like the ones I played, you know? I played Donkey Kong Country 1. I think the controls didn't feel as good as everybody, like, hyped it up, right? Everybody says Donkey Kong controls, like, god tier. It's like an amazing game and everything. Okay, the graphics are good, at least for the SNES. The music is god tier. Bramble Blast from Smash Brawl is one of the greatest remakes here, but I don't think it's, like, as good as, like, people hold it up to be, you know? It's just not the same kind of platformer like I was hoping or expected from it. And then also Donkey Kong also includes, like, the OG arcade one. Technically, that's a Donkey Kong one. Oh, now the controls are worse than Mario. They don't feel as good as Mario. Either Mario is momentum based, like Mario Bros. 3 and, like, Wonder or whatever, or it's, like, control based, like World. But, like, Donkey Kong, I don't know. I don't know. He just doesn't feel the way I want him to. All right, Dr. Mario. I don't like it. It's a lame puzzle game. It's a lame concept. It's lazy. I don't like him. All right, Fire Emblem. I love Fire Emblem. Oh, amazing strategy games. I love the characters. I love the designs. I love the music. And I love playing Fire Emblem games in the hardest difficulty and having a bunch of fun with that. It's a very challenging game. I can't call it S tier, but I do think it's a solid A tier. Where's F tier? Oh, I made F tier never played. We can set this to F tier. We don't need a D. That's kind of overkill. Okay, F-Zero. Alright, not a big fan of F-Zero. I can respect F-Zero a little bit more after F-Zero 99, But I don't think F-Zero is like the greatest game. There's just not a lot going on. It's very simple, and I don't know. It's just high speed racing. That's it. Like, is that enough to really carry a game? The music's great. I can put it in C-tier. I don't think it's obviously not. Dr. Mario doesn't know what it's doing. Obviously, F-Zero has its fans. It knows what it's doing, so I can give it a pass on that. All right, Golden Sun. Never played it, so I can't judge it. All right, Kid Icarus. Okay, Kid Icarus on the NES, one of the greatest NES games. In my opinion, it's like top 5, maybe top 3 NES games. It knows exactly what it's doing. Fantastic game. And then Kid Icarus Uprising is god tier. That is one of the greatest games by the 3DS. Sakurai is an amazing developer, and he made that. And Sakurai really does not miss with what he does. It's really fun to see him do something that he does. F-Zero feels more competitive than Mario Kart IMO. Well, F-Zero has no room for non-competitive play as well. If you're bad at it, well, how do I put it out? If you're bad at F-Zero, it's hard to get into it. Like F-Zero 99, you're shoved in the same lobbies as like the level 99 people of like 100 wins, and well, you can't really compete. It's unfun, nearly impossible to win. It's not like there's luck or anything that can put on your side. You're really just being shoved against the wall, dying. It's not fun. And then if you do the single player, it's boring. The bots aren't really that interesting to fight. It's a smash of kart racers. I mean that would explain it. It would explain the fans and stuff. Because there's a lot of people who like bring back F-Zero, knowing damn well that if it brought back it wouldn't do anything. Anyways, Kid Icarus Uprising, this fantastic game. There's only 3 games in the series. I've only played the first and the third one. I never played Myth and Monsters on the Game Boy, but I don't have to. It's one of the best NES games, and it's one of the best 3DS games. I think it's an easy S tier. Fantastic series, fantastic music. All the designs are great. Pit, Palutena, Hades, Veridi, all amazing characters. The dialogue is super fun. It's voice acted. Fantastic series, fantastic series. All right, Kirby. Okay, Kirby. Kind of, it's. How do I? Kirby's good. It's good, but like it's not that good. Kirby doesn't really like push anything. The genre. It doesn't do anything crazy for like platforming. Has amazing lore. It doesn't even have amazing lore. There's not much to talk about. Kirby like has like a few paragraphs like in every game. They're like, all right, that's your lore. That's your lore. A few paragraphs. Like Kirby fans make the lore out to be more than it really is. Like we could argue that Mario has more lore because Mario usually has more than a paragraph. Kirby's lore kind of ties back into itself. And so it's like recursive, and people are like, oh my god, it's that guy from the other game, right? But the gameplay itself, it's always like a B tier game. Like Kirby's never doing anything that hasn't already been done. It's very amazing lore for Nintendo. Venom, you don't play any of the RPGs. If you played like Fire Emblem or like Zelda, I mean no, you do play Zelda. You play if you played Xenoblade or anything else, you would realize Kirby lore is like. If you played other series, you would realize Kirby lore is not that crazy. Oh, anyone who thinks Kirby lore is like the peak of writing is inexperienced. You're not playing RPGs? Then unfortunately, he just doesn't know. Why are there 2 mothers? What the frick? Anyways, yeah, I think Kirby is a solid. I don't want to put it with Bandit and Animal Crossing though. Yeah, I think it can go in A tier. I think it's like a junk food. As he was saying, it's junk food. You know, it's nothing like crazy. It's cute, but it's not like pushing the genre or anything. It's just there. You know. I think it's fun though. It's fun. It's cute, you know? If you don't put 100 hours in a game for a good story, it's not worth it. Most of the Nintendo RPGs are not 100 hours long. Most of them aren't. Skill issue, honestly. Alright, Luigi's Mansion. Okay, I didn't like Dark Moon. I haven't played the OG, but I did really like Luigi's Mansion 3. I think this is another A tier game. Dark Moon isn't the best, in my opinion. So I think that's what's stopping from being S tier. If the only game in the Luigi's Mansion series was 3, I would definitely say it would be S tier. I love Luigi. Luigi's my guy. You know? But I think it's an A tier. Amazing concept and stuff. I really like the just exploring around as Luigi. One of the more interesting spin-offs of Mario. But yeah, dude, you gotta play 1. I do need to play 1. I hear great things about 1. I hear 1 compared more to 3 than obviously 2. So I bet 1's like phenomenal. It sucks that the 1 remake was stuck on 3DS though, rather than anything else. I'll eventually get around to it though. Promise. Alright. Mario & Luigi, though. This contains one of my favorite games ever made, Bowser's Inside Story. Superstar Saga, I haven't finished that yet, but that's an amazing experience. I haven't really touched Partners in Time that much, so I can't really comment on that. But Dream Team's a solid experience. It's a little long, it drags on a little bit, but it's a solid experience. And then we have, what's his face? Paper Jam. Okay. Before we get like, oh, Paper Jam bad. Paper Jam's battles are the best in the series, and by default, that means Paper Jam has the best battle system in all of the Mario RPGs. Because Mario and Luigi already has a better battle system than Paper Mario and Mario RPG. I'm sorry, it's not comparable. You love Paper Jam? Well, Paper Jam's not a bad game. It is lower for a Mario and Luigi game, in my opinion. Obviously, others can disagree, but I do think because of that, I think it still deserves the S. It has my favorite Mario game is in the Mario and Luigi series. Bowser's Inside Story is goated. One of the greatest RPGs ever designed. Fantastic game. I can't really go mad. The Mario and Luigi series has just done so much so well, and it's really sad that they're very dead. Alright. The series peaked with BIS. Well, see, Dream Team just kind of copied what Bowser's Inside Story did, but kind of just made it longer. But with like the same amount of content, just over a longer period of time. And so, it just kind of felt dragged on. But it's not a bad game. It's still a great experience. Okay, now we have Mario Kart. This is an interesting one. Mario Kart's in a phenomenal series. I've never had unfun with the Mario Karts I played growing up. I've played the older ones and realized, yeah, these are boring. Super Circuit and Super Mario Kart are horrendous. But I don't think two like bad eggs really like poison the entire dozen, you know? Because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is some of the most fun you can have with multiplayer and friends. DS is a phenomenal experience I had growing up. Playing that DS download play, that was just some of the most fun like you can have. Just period, you know? Mission mode is great. There's really something for everybody in Mario Kart. This is the ideal multiplayer series. It's got enough content for competitive people to have their fun, but you can still play with friends who are like worse than you, and they won't feel like bad. It's not like Smash Bros, where you're just gonna like freaking clap your friend every single time. They'd be like, oh, this is boring, you know? Like even if you're getting first, your friend can get second place and still feel happy because they're beating the 11 other bots. There's just so much. There's just nothing wrong with it. Mario Kart's a phenomenal experience. All right, Mario Party though. This is everything I was saying about Mario Kart, but like to a higher extent. Like I was saying how like the luck base kind of makes Mario Kart good because like it's anti-competitive. Yeah, Mario Party is that on steroids. There's no strategy. There's no having fun. Mario Party is a bundle of suffering, and that makes it just the most exciting experience you'll ever have. Mario Party is fantastic. There's some bad eggs in there. There was the weird era from Mario Party 9 to like pre-Super Mario Party. That was kind of a low one. There's strategy? There isn't. There's no strategy. Nope. There's no strategy. Nuh-uh. But some of the most fun I've ever had is in Mario Party. If you have 4 friends that are goated, I think that's a mix of strategy and luck is good. I think mixing strategy and luck is good. I think luck is important because it prevents like competitive people from like winning the same time over and over. Oh, that's why we're gonna remix real soon. Okay, well if we need a rematch, we need to do it like this weekend because I'm gonna be leaving on like Tuesday. But yeah, Mario Party, one of the most fun experiences you can ever have. Fantastic game. I love it. Okay, then obviously with the Super Mario series. Dude, I know it looks like I'm sucking the Mario weenie, but Mario really earned it. Mario is one of the most consistent series out there. Like Mario is where Nintendo puts their goods, and it really comes out. I've never... Okay, Super Mario, this means the 2D Mario games and 3D Mario games. The 3D Mario games are all peak. Fantastic. 2D Mario games, they're not as good, although Wonder's goated. But I think it definitely earned its role in S. This defines gaming as a whole. Alright, Metroid. Okay, Metroid 1, booty. Metroid 2, booty. Super Metroid, I haven't finished Super Metroid, but Super Metroid's alright. I don't think it's as good as people hold it up to. Metroid Fusion's a great experience, and then Metroid Red's a great experience. Oh, ads! I'm streaming on your platform. Can you at least not give me ads while I'm streaming? Damn, okay. But yeah, I don't know. Metroid's kind of all over the place. It had a bad start, but I think Metroid kind of got... Literally, Metroid just goes better as it gets on, right? And then there's the whole Metroid Prime series. I haven't played that. I've only played Federation Force. Oh. I download the stream playlist? My PC is low on days. I should download it, but I just haven't. Oh, then there's Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime is a great series. I've only played Federation Force, but I really did like it. I think this is a solid A tier. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with the first few entries being bad and the series just getting better over time. I think that just shows the devs are learning. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Metroid's solid at what it does. Then get rid of your bloatware? I don't have any. Alright, Mother, I haven't played it. I haven't played Mother as well! I don't have two moms! That's gay! Well, nothing wrong with people who have two moms, because that is gay. But I don't, because that's not me. I don't have two moms. But it's okay if you have two moms. I'm trying too hard. I'm trying too hard. Hack Mario Sports. I haven't played many Mario Sports games. They're all like average. Mario Sports would be like C tier if it was here. It exists. It's all right. They're not my favorite, but they're not like bad experiences. Mario Party, Mario Kart easily clap every Mario Sports game. Sorry. Anyways, Paper Mario. Mario and Sonic in the Olympics. I don't like them. I don't like the Mario and Sonic Olympics. I played the first one, the Beijing Olympics on the DS. It wasn't really that good. And it never really got better. The Mario and Sonic games really never got better. Polygamy? Mother, son? Whoa! Kind of crazy. Okay. Paper Mario, though, I think it's not as good as Mario and Luigi. I think the first game it's alright. It's good. It's a good game. Thousand Year Door is a great game, actually. I really like Thousand Year Door. Super Paper Mario is a fantastic game, actually. I like the story. The gameplay's kind of rusty. It's not the not the best engine rolling out there. But the story's fun and the music's good. And then everything after that is of uneven quality, you know? It's not the same as Mario and Luigi. Oh, surprised the Mario and Sonic games last this long. Well, keep in mind, Nintendo doesn't make them. Sega does. And so honestly, if Sega thinks that they make enough money, it doesn't matter. Nintendo's not losing any money out of it. Sticker Star was peak? Yeah, peak garbage. Real. Sorry, Sticker Star fans. You're out there, but I think Paper Mario is B tier, honestly. I'm sorry. Oh, how about the Monster Hunter series? Is that on the list? No, Monster Hunter's not a Nintendo series. This is only Nintendo published series. You love Sticker Star? I'm sorry. I didn't like Sticker Star. Color Splash was alright. I thought it was funny. And I haven't played Origami King, so I can't really judge that. B is a bit low. Keep in mind, I think B's fair. I think it's B fair. Because it's next to Animal Crossing and Bayonetta. And those aren't bad games. I think it's at least A. Dude, you can't put everything all in the high A's and S. You can't. You need stuff in B's and C's. Anyways, Pikmin, S tier. There's not a bad Pikmin game, except Pikmin 3 and Hey Pikmin. But those are only two games. Pikmin 1, phenomenal experience. Amazing time management simulator. Pikmin 2 was some of the most fun I've ever played. Extremely challenging, super exciting, and like there's a lot of tension in that game. Pikmin 3, exist. Hey Pikmin, exist. Pikmin 4, extremely good game. Phenomenal game. Looks good, plays good. Fun, a little bit easy on the other side, but I think it's well polished enough to be an S tier. Ooh, man. Out of the Paper Mario games, half of them are meh, and that's fine. B, so keep in mind, C is a passing score. This is passing, it means it's fine. F is a failure. B is above average. A is excellent, and S is perfect. You have to be pickier with tier lists. And I am being pickier, and I put it in B tier. Simple. Anyways. Pokemon. Alright, so Pokemon's one of the most consistent games. If you played one Pokemon game, you can probably know what to expect from the next few. Like, they obviously evolve, but they really do. They're very consistent and stuff. It's not like some other series where like they do radical changes. Pokemon just takes one step at a time. And one might even argue that Pokemon's walking a bit too slowly. And I really like Pokemon. There really wasn't a problem with Pokemon's as a game until recently. Scarlet and Violet had the bad performance issues. I really don't know where that came from. Pokemon's never had those issues in the past. In fact, I would say Pokemon Black and White, like Pokemon stuff on the DS, were some of the best stuff on the DS. But I'll probably put it in A tier because just because Scarlet and Violet. Ah, man. And it's not like Pokemon's all equal as well. There's like Let's Go and stuff. I really liked BDSP, but I know I'm in the minority in that opinion. I'm very nostalgic for it though. Ooh, man. But it is what it is, you know? Alright. I think A is fine. A's fine. I really like Pokemon. I do like Pokemon though. It's one of my favorite series. There's a lot of stuff that does really well. Like even if you like look at some of the other stuff, the music is good. I think the competitive in Pokemon is some of the best in the series, right? I mean the best of like competitive because Pokemon doesn't require like random skill. Like you don't need to grind 3,000 hours in the dungeons trying to get that one combo done, you know? Pokemon, you just need to learn how to put together a team, and then you just learn how to respond to it. And I think that's really fun. That's really easy for new people to get into competitive Pokemon. There's a website called Pokemon Showdown where you can build your team easily and test it out on people online. Super fun. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on with it. So, I don't know. I think Pokemon really deserves its spot. The design of all the Pokemon are also really good as well. I think out of all the other monster catchers that exist, Pokemon's definitely the one with the most staying power because the designs are good. They're not like rushed out. Yokai Watch on the third game had more Pokemon than Pokemon did at the time, which really shows that like they were squirting those little dudes out. Well, Pokemon like they introduce around 100 or something a game, a little bit less sometimes, but I think they're like all well designed. There's some stinkers in there, but obviously out of 1,000 Pokemon, you would expect that. Alright, Punch Out. I've only really played the NES one, so I can't really judge this one fairly. So I'll probably put that. I've only played the NES one. I know most people have probably played the Wii one as like their main one, and I shouldn't be able to judge the entire series based off one game. It's just not fair. It's not fair. Okay, Rhythm Heaven. I've played Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, which is kind of like the WarioWare Gold of Rhythm Heaven. It's like the best of the series. I think it's really cute. I'm not really good at rhythm games, but I don't think it has like the staying power that like WarioWare does. Stop giving me ads. Hi Morgan. Skip ad. Thank you. I'll need to fix that. The stream playlist is obviously not working out since YouTube's done their ad thing. It's a really cute series, but honestly, there's a reason Rhythm Heaven's not like staying around. We're not getting new Rhythm Heavens, and it just doesn't have the staying power as you would expect it to have. I just scrolled down. Alright, Super Smash Bros. Now, I know I'm hating on like some of like competitive level games, right? But Super Smash Bros is really fun. Like even if you don't play competitively, Smash Bros is an amazing experience. You can play it. It's fun. It's a fun party game. I think if you're not doing one-on-ones on Final Destination with no items, there's a lot of fun you can get out of it. Usually, there's a lot of really good side content to it. Smash 4 was a bit weird on that, but Smash Brawl had the Subspace Emissary, and that was one of the coolest things ever seen. Like, I think Subspace Emissary single-handedly has one of the coolest cutscenes in all of gaming. Amazing series, amazing series. Can't really go wrong with that. Each Smash game basically defined their console generation. Alright, Star Fox. Oh, not Star Fox. Splatoon. Splatoon. I'm gonna be honest. There's one Splatoon game. Splatoon 2 and 3 are just the same game. Splatoon's one of those series that we've gotten 3 Splatoon games in the time it took us between Pikmin 3 and Pikmin 4. Splatoon just blew up all of a sudden, and Nintendo's been like, oh, we need more. But they haven't really done anything with the series, I think as a game, it's fun. You can have fun with the main game, but the game kind of lends itself towards the competitive side of things. And I don't think that's as fun. I've talked about this in the past. The competitive I think that's just not the most appealing side of Splatoon. Splatoon's a series like all this lore and characters, right? But they don't touch it. They're like, no. Go do ranked. I mean, there's a Salmon Run as well. I think Salmon Run's a ton of fun. I wish there was more of that stuff, But they're not adding in more Salmon Run stuff. I mean, they've been adding some big run bosses, but those aren't really the big deal, But the story mode in Splatoon is definitely the weakest part of the game, which sucks. That sucks. There's just so much they can do with it. They just don't. Oh my goodness, $5. Thank you so much, Marshall. Oh, that's great. Love to see it. There's just way too many sweats. Now there's always been too many sweats. Even when we try to do like Splatoon streams with friends, right? We'll have like 1 or 2 people that'll come and like take over the stream because they have like 1 billion hours. It's a very debatable game, I think it gets a C tier, probably because they haven't evolved at all. Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 3. There's people out there who still prefer Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 3. I've shown somebody 3 screenshots of the game altogether. I'm like, try to pick which game is which. I think they only correctly identified one of the games, which really shows that the Splatoon games, they're all basically the same. Alright, Star Fox. I've only played a little bit of the SNES one. Not going to judge that one. Alright, Legendary Starfy. Now, it's a little surprising that this one is here, but Legendary Starfy is actually a Game Boy Advance and a DS platform here. For those of you unaware, you've probably seen him in Smash Bros. As an assist trophy. It's this little goober. It's very cute. Very, very cute little game. Very well-crafted platformer. People that played it commonly compare it to Kirby, but I wouldn't really say that. It's a lot more story-based, which is rare in a platformer. Like, he's going on an adventure with his little friends. You fight some cool bosses. The music's fun. It's just an enjoyable altogether experience. I haven't really played the first 3 games in the series, mostly because they're all Japanese exclusive. But what we did eventually get, the Legendary Starfield on the DS, was one of the coolest games on the DS. It is phenomenal. Had some fun mini games as well. Altogether, really good experience. I love adorable things. You probably know this by now. I think cute things are like one of the coolest things out there. That's funny because cute and cool are usually seen as opposites. And Starfield's great. He's just a little dude just doing little thingies. It's kind of underrated. It's because there's only one game in the series that came to America. All right, WarioWare. All right, WarioWare's not like the most crazy series out there. It just it's micro game collections, but they're really wacky and they're a lot of fun. I can't really say it's like got the same amount of effort put into it, and obviously Nintendo does that as well. WarioWare is only worth $50, but I think the characters there are like really unique. I'd love to see the WarioWare characters in non-WarioWare games. Like I'd love to see like Mona, Ashley, Jimmy, 9-Volt stuff. I'd love to see them in like Mario Kart or something else. You know, like I mean, I think Mario Kart should have more characters from other Mario spin-offs. I think that'd be cool. But it's really fun. It's really fun. You can appreciate it. I think it's one of those games that you can look at and be like, yeah, that's neat. Like, obviously, it doesn't have the same polish like another game. But does it need to be? Does it have to be? No. I think it's a B tier. I think it's a B tier game. Not going to pick it up over other games? That's fair. I think they're fun. But they are really short as well. Usually the main campaign is between like 2 to 3 hours. And 100% the game, probably only a few more hours. Overrated? It's not overrated. Trust me, it's not overrated. LMAO. If you think WarioWare is overrated, you really don't know what people are talking about. Xenoblade Chronicles S tier, perfect series, phenomenal series. This is one of my favorite ones. Ooh, I love Xenoblade Chronicles. These are some of the most well put together RPGs. Phenomenal stories, phenomenal soundtracks, phenomenal characters. It is like the S tier among S tiers. I love Xenoblade Chronicles. Fantastic game. Oh my god. I mean, if y'all have been on my streams before, you've probably heard me gush about Xenoblade at once. So, yeah, this shouldn't be a surprise. I don't need to go too long into it. Was waiting for that? Yeah. Alright, the Yoshi series. Okay, I played the SNES Yoshi Island. I played Yoshi's Island DS. I think that's all I've played. They're cute. They're alright. But they're not really the craziest things, you know? Oh, WarioWare doesn't have any bad games. It doesn't have any bad games. It's true. But it doesn't have any, like... WarioWare never defined the console generation it was on. You know, nobody looks back as like, yup, WarioWare, on the Game Boy Advance, that's the first game you should buy. Yoshi's Very Forgettable. It exists. It's like a companion to Mario, you know? It's even more baby Kirby. That's a weird way of putting it, but yeah. Yoshi just... Modern Yoshi is especially very weird. I'm not really a fan of like what Woolly World and like Crafted World are doing. I don't know, not a fan, but they exist. I would put it in C tier, honestly. They're not really crazy games. I'm not going to go out of my way to pick up a modern Yoshi game. SNES Yoshi is kind of... Yoshi Island on the SNES is kind of cute. I think that one's a little tricky. It's fun, but it's not really anything like I'm dying for. Easier than Kirby, though. I mean, Kirby on the SNES was also much harder than modern Kirby, so, you know, maybe it's fair. Zelda's the longest going series, but it almost always slap. Yeah, Zelda, I don't think there's like a bad egg in Zelda, you know? Zelda's a great series. Oh my goodness gracious. I could go on and on about Zelda. I think 2D Mario and 3D Mario, like, a lot of people either prefer one or the other. Well, okay, no, Zelda, definitely people prefer one or the other. But people that play both usually love both, you know? They're fantastic. CDI Bad Eggs, those were not developed by Nintendo. This is Nintendo franchises. Not Philips picks a bunch of college kids to make a video game. But yeah, very good series. I think it's a little overrated, especially like the Breath of the Wild era. Because people make like Breath of the Wild their whole personality. I do wish people would go back and check out some of the older Zelda games. Ocarina of Time is my personal favorite, although, you know, a little bit of nostalgia. I really like Twilight Princess and like Majora's Mask as well. But there's something there for everyone to enjoy. If we talked about the 2D Zelda games, I really like Link Between Worlds. That's a phenomenal game. Spirit Tracks kind of counts as 2D. It's like a little, it's counted as one of the 2D games. That's also a really good experience. There's really something in Zelda for everyone. Definitely a series everyone should look into. ARMS. This is called franchises with that counts plural stuff. But there's only one ARMS game. It's kind of bad. I wouldn't really go back to ARMS. You know, I haven't gone back to ARMS since like the first year of the Switch. It's one of those games I bought. I was like, hey, yo, a multiplayer game. We need more multiplayer games on the Switch, because it's fun. And well, we played ARMS like once with the buddies, and after that, everyone's like, nope, we'll stick to Mario Kart. So yeah, ARMS are going in C tier. I'm sorry about that. And there we go. We're around 2 hours into the stream, so we should probably call it quits. So what do y'all think about Facecam? I haven't done Facecam in a while. What do y'all think about that? Yay or nay? Was it a good or bad thing? No Chibi Romo? It's fine. ARMS could have been so much better. It could have been. Nintendo just didn't do anything with it. After the sales stopped, they just died. Or Snipperclips? Snipperclips was not developed by Nintendo. I think it was published by Nintendo, but not developed. Although, I suppose that's a little wrong, because not all the games on that tier list were developed by Nintendo as well, so I could be a little wrong. Ooh. But yeah. Facecam, yay or nay? Yay or nay? Let me know whether on the Discord or somewhere else. I don't know. If you liked it, we'll keep on going onwards. I mean, I consider myself fairly attractive. I don't look ugly. I touch grass. I walk outside. But yeah, until then, adios bro chachos, HackedCrusade signing out. Until we return again, outro time. See you around.